Hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone, to Divine Right of Kings. It's so good to see you all. How are we all feeling on this fine day? How do we feel about, how are we feeling? Are we feeling excited to take the Cordon?
So excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so normal.
I have
Different take.
thoughts. Yeah, divine take is my big one.
Yep. Well, we'll see. We'll see
We'll
how
have
we
to have a
define take.
planning meeting.
Uh, the real trick is not me being obsessed with board meetings. The real trick is when other people need to have a planning meeting about it.
Well, we just need to have a set. We need to have a game plan before we go in and I don't know, face up against this wall of guys.
I have an
Speaking of-
unhinged. Oh, okay.
Oh, speaking of game plan and wall of guys, which don't worry, Shadow. We'll show you shortly. It's very exciting. Speaking of game plan, we have a few minutes as you progress from the meeting point where you all discussed what was going on last episode with Albatross and with all these other factions of the city. So my question is, in those minutes as we traverse towards the cordon of House of Kings that's keeping people from the dome of House of Kings, does anyone have words for each other as you progress? All four of you also have Percy with you. You also have Honored Wing Brokut with you.
I guess just trying to go over the game plan from last time. So just making sure that we're going to go ahead and just rely on Percy bullying these guys and their inability to communicate.
Yeah, that's especially since the communication systems are down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to
My
a
other
firefight.
question is our goal to get the people inside as well?
I mean, yes, we need to open a corridor for people to start moving through, and not just
Got
the
it.
people here, but the people behind them, too.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to make
I've
sure.
got an important question.
Yeah.
If it comes between opening up a gap for people to come through, but that increases their chance of getting shot and killed, is that worth it? Or should we, I don't know, not do that?
I
That's a
presume
good
that's
question.
not a corridor. Would be my assumption. But that's up to y'all.
Yeah, I would assume if it's a choice
because
between...
we have the option of sending them to the temple, and it might not be able to hold everybody,
Yeah.
but we can try and get as many people as we can and build stuff from there. I would rather not be responsible for leading people through like a rain of bullets.
Yeah,
we have-
Agreed.
that's untenable.
Don't invite people through unless we are 95% sure that it's safe.
Yes.
Do we have any runners with us? Any of the frames? Or not frames, but subalterns?
Oh, you can, yeah. Yes. I'll give you free reign of all the runners that were set up to deliver information.
Okay.
It just won't necessarily
We can
arrive and get back to you immediately because they're all doing it on foot.
No, exactly. We can also go ahead and let people know what the situation is using the runners. If we're able to get a decent, at least some kind of penetration, we can always let them know that they can risk it or risk it at the other location. I don't necessarily like the thought of just leaving them out behind there, though. We're just trying to direct everybody to the temple.
That's fair.
I will say they did say they were pretty well supplied to support people. But it's true, we don't know what their capacity is.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. And I want to check in. Cass is wired into
Yes, I have put cast inside of my mech. Let me actually double check. I will do some things on my end real quick.
And actually, before we get into combat, I do just want to run that respec that I ran by you, Beckett, by everyone else, just to make sure they're okay with that too.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good.
Cool. I just I realized that the kobold level from last time around, because those grippers don't prevent involuntary movement, doesn't actually do a single thing for me. So I went ahead and just swapped kobold to Black Witch with Beckett's approval, or
Oh my god.
Rattlebones'
We
approval.
love the Black Witch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. Can I follow up on our conversation about swapping talents? Beckett?
Yeah, go for it.
I was just hoping to swap the levels I accidentally took in Skirmisher, the chaff launchers and the lockbreaker skirmish movement for 2 more ranks in Executioner.
You love to see it. You love to see it. All yours. We also I feel like at full rests I am more likely to give people like the big full reworks, and we had a full repair with the help of the Albatross.
Do also know, anytime I'm asking for any of this stuff, right, it is totally reasonable to say no, I don't think you can do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. I feel like this is going to be the last window for respec for a minute, so...
Makes sense. I have been getting by a little bit too with, like, if it's to do with the mech itself, I am made of nanites, but...
Right. You just gotta figure out a new pattern, a new coding pattern to tell them how to set themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just reshapes. I've been loving how much you are both a solid and a liquid. It's so good.
I don't know that Baylor was actually intended to be this much a liquid, but I like it more.
That's
liquid.
really good.
It's
So
very
smooth.
fun.
Nice. Is that everything then, or?
I
Yeah.
think. All right. Yeah, as you So I'm gonna make another thing clear real quick. Is that the comms disruption? You can still use like shortwave short burst communications with each other while you're while you're close together. It's the long range stuff that's really hard. So that means that like long range communication not super possible, but like you can still like communicate with each other.
Okay, like we can still use tight beams and stuff. So like if we have line of sight,
Exactly.
would you say? Okay.
Oh. All right. And you were being accompanied by Honored Wing, the Pine Karate of Truth, which, would you believe, it's Percy. We just saw it be Percy. I know that everyone just knew immediately that it was Percy, but listen.
I can't believe that this is the first time we've confirmed it was Percy.
I mean, everyone saw it immediately. Like, oh, it's Percy. That's who it is. That's who it is.
And to be
That's
fair,
what we call
Olmo had no
strong
idea.
mech design.
What was
That's
that?
a strong character decision.
Yeah.
I guess to be fair, Olmo had no idea, but
I mean, Olmo, did you have a moment where you're like, oh, everything makes contextual sense now from the fight at the temple?
very much so.
Can
Just
I
like, I
ask,
figure-
So good.
what's
I
almost
shouldn't
is
have
almost
taken
still
to
on the
that.
like? What's your boyfriend ranking system going into this? Like, is he all right? Has he passed muster?
I mean, so far he seems to be okay, actually, which is unsettling.
Yeah. I get how that
ranking my boyfriend.
Olmo can have that experience. Oh. All right. Well, the 6 of you progress. As the 6 of you progress, get out of there. And nothing was visible on screen from me fumbling with props. the cordon lies ahead of you. As you approach, you start hearing like shouting from a big crowd of folks, and then like every now and then a sound over the loudspeaker. And so they don't have an action.
I mean, Bastion, are we here?
Yeah.
I'll move forward.
I was gonna say, do we want Percy to take the lead here in talking to them, just so that he's got the authority?
Yeah.
Do we want to shuffle?
No, that makes sense.
Do we want to shuffle our formation so I'm already in toe hook position for you?
Good idea.
Okay. If
I assume formation's up to you until you breach this line of buildings.
Class Warfare and Percy, if they want to go up front, I'll switch back to the rear and just start hauling Nidhogg like some horrible siege engine.
Nidhogg will try to get themselves compact and carryable. A little briefcase of nanites.
That's so ominous.
A very dense briefcase of
Like a huge. I like the how like I can't imagine the smallest you can like.
Oh yeah,
I can't
it's
imagine
not
Baylor's,
actually
condenses more than like a 50-foot sphere.
Yeah, when I should say like small quote unquote briefcase.
Very
of
small.
nanites.
Very demure. Very mindful.
It's so beautiful.
More...
Okay, this is a bit of a tangent, and I promise this is directly relevant. Who here has seen Nope?
Yes.
Yeah.
How big can you blow yourself up?
Very large.
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Like, how flexible can the connections between the nanites get?
I don't know. That's a very unsettling question.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'd
listen,
have
if
to
you
cover
want to
that.
really condense them, there's an alternate Baylor frame now that's size 1/2.
That's true. Yeah.
It has a heavy mount, which is the funniest part because it means you can get the most anime sword available.
God, I do need to check that out.
All right, so Class Warfare, if you want to move yourself up one, so I can swap in.
You have free range over your formation until you breach. Again, you have free range over your formation and your placement until someone breaches that line of buildings.
Right. Paramnesia, do you want to give us an eye in the sky?
Yeah, that would be good.
Floating up a little bit.
Yeah.
Peeking over the rooftop while invisible.
I'll go to rooftop level.
I'm sorry, one last question. What do you have on your auxiliary mounts?
What do I have? Nexus segment knife.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, so we're Paramnesia, you're scouting ahead.
Yeah.
Also, your flight marker's back here. Yeah, Paramnesia, you see a crowd of folks. It looks like folks are mostly gathering. There's kind of a smattering of people coming towards the square. People are mostly gathering because they're trying to get away from the storm, right? Mm-hmm. And the cordon is between them and moving farther into the city, so they're farther away from the encroaching storm. It's unclear if people know that it's the Maw yet, but they know that it's bad and they don't want to be there. And you see that the House Guard has responded by just setting up, these are like giant searchlights. The House Guard has responded by setting up a wall of soldiers and mechs between you and between the people and the innermost parts of the city around the Dome of House of Kings.
I think Bastion leans over to Percy and goes, "Are you ready? I'm going to be right behind you."
Thank you. I will do my best. And let's see. Goodness. And Paramnesia, you also see a huge black and white and purple mech rising up in the center. Pen, you read the writing on the wall. You can read the writing on the wall. You have like a basic knowledge of politics. So like there's no rolling for that. The tabloids and markings on it are from House of Order.
And they are. Sorry. Yeah. It's a cool Mac.
Let me know when people have actions.
I mean, Bastion is just going to follow behind Percy.
I do have a unfortunately pointed question, mechanics-wise.
Yeah.
How much health do these have?
You should scan them and find out.
So they are destroyable?
Oh, the trucks?
Yes.
I mean, they'd probably leave wreckage behind if you broke the trucks.
So moving through them would take destroying them and destroying the wreckage?
But they're also difficult terrain, so you can, like, it just costs extra to move over them.
Oh.
You're a giant
Sure.
robot, you can vault them.
That's fair. I was more thinking while I'm grappling, but
You want to grapple the truck?
there's one thing that guards like more than keeping the unwashed masses outside the walls, and that's protecting their superior commanders.
Oh, the leader of this crew is in that mech. Leader of this part of the Cordon is in there.
I was thinking if we straight up just grabbed and then like football went for a touchdown around here, the whole formation would have no choice but to collapse and retreat to support their leader.
I don't think they would.
I mean, I think it would definitely throw things into complete chaos, though. Like, they
Yes.
wouldn't know what the fuck to do. They would probably start falling back to some degree, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that. That's possible.
By the way, do you see this red mark over here? On the other side of the Cordon? This is fair escape. If everyone makes it across this barrier, all of you have managed to make it past the Cordon. What happens at the Cordon once you all leave, that's a different story. That depends on how you leave it. But if everyone makes it across this red line, you've gotten through the Cordon.
Okay.
Okay.
We have to assume they've set up runners of some sort, too. So even if they can't check our story immediately, if we do start fighting here, the fact that there is fighting going on will probably get out.
Yes.
If nothing else, people will hear gunfire and explosions.
Oh, yeah.
And also, like, I have to assume I don't think beating all of these guys is going to be the answer because they have more guys.
Yeah.
So we gotta negotiate an end to this if we want people to get through,
Yeah.
essentially. There's no other way.
I wish there was.
People can be weird. Maybe we can pull a Temple 2.0 and just challenge people to a duel. I know it's
That
not gonna be
could work.
easy. Oh Christ! Of course it could.
It worked once!
I mean, actually, that's a good idea, I think.
This is a.
Have we considered activating honor, shame culture, and attack position?
I was about to say, this is a culture that has ritualized mech duels deeply, deeply ingrained. So.
All right. Well, try to order them, try to fall back on an honor duel, and if that fails, I guess the question is, do we fight our own way through at that point?
No,
what happens to the people?
Cass is an absolute tactical priority.
It is. You are right. Given the two options, it's going to be better getting them through. I guess I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. If it comes down to it and we have to start fighting, we're going to go ahead and try to break through here with the idea that we're going to redirect people away from this, as many as we can, to the temple.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is a good plan. We got A plan, B plan, and a C plan.
I love when plans survive first contact with the situation.
What happens if we drag somebody over the Cordon line?
I mean, I think if at that point we're probably going to continue extending backwards, because at that point the situation is evolved, right? Nope. Unless you can carry them at speed, in which case, like, I guess you could just take them with you. Maybe. We'll see. We'll figure it out as we go. Oh. The question is, how do we want to approach?
I think Nidhogg are gonna hide behind one of these buildings and prepare to support. Paramnesia, Percy, and Class Warfare should take point.
You hear the mech in the lead shouting this like the resonating like war horn voice, right? So it's a little hard to hear who's like you couldn't recognize the voice of the person. But you hear just shout like stand down and disperse, bark into this crowd of people fleeing.
Man, I want to clap back to that.
You gotta be. You're hiding though.
I am hiding, but I want to yell.
That's so valid.
That's so valid.
I mean, Bastion's just gonna follow Percy. So Percy's moving forward. Bastion will also be moving forward. Are we ready to breach the cordon?
I believe
Let's
so.
go.
All right.
Here.
I assume Brookhoot's back with us, right?
Yeah, Honored Ring is with you.
Cool.
Hope you don't mind me moving you.
Honored Ring moves also comical speed, so like
And just real quick, when we were talking about attacking these guys wholesale and potentially leaving people behind, how was Honor Wing responding to all that?
Oh Christ, no, we weren't talking about that.
Yeah. We can talk on our private channel. If
I mean, he should be involved in the plans, though.
Yeah, he should. And he also knows it's not our first or second plan. That is our final option.
Yeah, that is if worse comes to worse, we can't get them through safely. I'd rather them stay here in a safer place than potentially almost certainly get shot by mech or
He's just listening really quietly. He's not expressing judgment. He's just listening real quietly.
Okay, Olmos is going to turn to them. If things go bad, what can we expect from you?
That's a good question.
I will find a way to make it work.
Understandable, just as long as you're not going to get in our way, in particular in this situation. More than happy, though, to have you standing by the side or focusing on getting civilians out of here, whatever you're comfortable with.
I understand your need, and I am no stranger to this fight.
All right.
I
think we're set.
I do have one last, maybe lore check roll to make about Honored Wing.
Yeah.
How many of the people in the crowd, both in the refugees and in the Cordon line, have seen the Albatross on Saturday morning cartoons?
Oh. Not many.
Oh shit! Really?
I guess in
I've
Veronic.
seen them in Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, I bet people know what the Albatross is. We're just gonna keep turning building grids on and off as people use them. Um, people know what the albatross is. So
I
that,
guess
that
we're not
like,
short on.
are you thinking about like leveraging? You can leverage the albatross. It's like, hey, that's the albatross. Those are the good
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Like,
No, I was just gonna say we're not short on symbols. We've got several.
Yeah.
oh no, oh yeah,
It is interesting to have the rebellion mech now currently aligned with somebody claiming to be the second prince of the planet.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's weird. But also they're working towards the same cause.
No, for sure. Just like from a public perception standpoint.
Oh, absolutely. No, for sure.
If you don't know, if you don't have the context of the interpersonal stuff.
Yeah, I think Bastion says, I mean, I would hope one way or the other, once we get inside, we can get the people in after us if needed.
Yeah.
All right.
So who's moving in where?
I think Percy and Bastion are breaking into the front area.
Awesome.
And I am hovering not directly above them, but above and behind by like a space.
Yeah. Remember, you can grab your flight stands back here.
Yeah. They just
You
haven't
ready?
gone far enough yet.
Yeah, that's real.
Also, did you say back here and then gesture to the space that I can't see?
No, it's right next to that.
Oh, cool.
I
I see.
think as you break into this intersection, you know, sometimes the way that sound works, like buildings can act as sort of a buffer. So you break into the intersection, and suddenly there's this rush of sound. You hear the crowd like shouting each other. You hear folks shouting towards the cordon. You hear the shout of soldiers along the cordon. And the first few people to see the both of you sort of stumble backwards in confusion, someone in the crowd points at Bastion and goes, "It's him." And you see as you walk into that intersection, the forces on the cordon see you and like brace their posture a little bit. And one of them shouts to their commander here, shouts, "Pancrati, they've arrived." Acting to team.
Pancrati.
It's the term for knight.
Yeah,
my
no. It means it's one of. We know 3 Pancrati. It's one of 3.
You know Pancrati in training.
We do. I guess that's true. I think Bastion says, we're here to talk.
This commander in the middle says, says, "You will stand down by order of House of Kings."
I think then Bastion then looks at Percy.
Percy, like, he audibly gulps and he steps forward. And he says, I shall reveal myself now. And there's sort of there's a quiet over the crowd. You gotta cuddle with him. You gotta
Well, no, I'm just in position. I'm more getting in position to move in front of Percy if necessary.
Yep. He says, I shall reveal myself now, and Percy unfurls the cockpit and extends a hand, and Percy steps out onto the hand of his mech. He says, I am the Pancrati of Truth. I reveal myself now as Curious Sir Percy Cadern, Prince of House of Kings. I speak for the house. Let these people through. And there's a couple people yell, a couple people cheer. Folks are clearing out from between this area.
Good. I'm
Good.
glad.
Good,
I'm
good.
so glad.
That's the smart move.
We love when people have survival instincts.
Yeah.
We love when people have seen what happens when Bastion just stands in front of a line of enemies.
Yeah. We mean the house guard can't help themselves but use these big fancy weapons they've been given?
Yeah, well, just no one can seem to help themselves but immediately start firing.
And you hear sort of mutters through this cordon, like, what? The prince? And you hear the voice, not in the Warhorn voice. You hear the proper voice over that megaphone projection from the commander, and it's Eleanor.
Yeah.
Eleanor says, our orders come from the king himself. You will stand down. Percy looks like kind of shocked and taken aback. He says, can't you see that these people are in need? Eleanor says.
Which, I think Bastion says, would you really leave these people, to the storm? I thought you kinder than that.
I would do my duty and my honor. I would do what is right in the world. If you studied history, you would understand the importance of staying true and meeting your obligations.
I think Bastion says if you knew anything about history, you would see you were on the wrong side of it.
Can I make an entrance?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Anytime, baby.
Okay, bookkeeper's gonna like stride out from behind a building. Nidhogg, I love you, man.
We're not
You
making
might
that play yet?
really-
Okay. I'm just gonna make it come with you if you tell him to stay back, he'll stay back.
Yeah,
Maybe not right now.
maybe not right
Oh,
now.
man.
I'm thinking of a personal connection with this character that we might be able to leverage for later, but
Christ. Yeah, I've got a bunch of chunks of speech floating around. Let's see if they come together. Oh Lord. I think bookkeeper's gonna just clearly in his own voice over the loudspeaker harken back to do not draw me without honor, or do not draw me without purpose, or sheathe me without honor, and make a comment about the fact that she doesn't have a hammer or a sword anymore. Question if she knows what she's doing is wrong. Obligation. You have an obligation to these people. These are your
Oh.
subjects.
Oh, what's your are you revealing yourself? You have a hidden identity, I will remind you.
No, I'm just making a callback to it and also using Bookkeeper's like voice. If people recognize it, that's fine. I don't think he has a very memorable whatchamacallit.
And can I get like what are you relating in this moment?
Oh,
One more
Christ.
time.
Yeah. Thank you for your patience.
No, it's hey, I put you in an unreasonable situation. You take your time.
Speeches are not my strong suit. Okay, yeah. What am I relating? I am relating specifically that depriving your citizens in need is not a knightly action. I don't exactly have the flowery language that Bookkeeper would use, because he is party to a bunch of little historical and like classical literature references that I just don't know.
Oh, sure. But like playing on classical literature references.
Yeah. And also calling back to the first fight, where Eleanor kind of got shook after Nidhogg called them out.
She says, it seems there is quite a gathering of rebels and fools today. I had someone in my life who helped teach me the value of myself and helped me find my own heart. And she flexes the fingers on that huge hand, and she says, but whatever else he was, I understood the truth of those stories. I understood that, while flights of fancy may be fun and amusing, the truth of the world, the truth of history, there is only one side of history. We are part of the greatest unbroken chain of civilization in human history. This is the side. Everything else is to be cast apart.
This is heartbreaking. She learned history bad.
This is heartbreaking. She fell for propaganda.
Yeah.
Not the
Yeah.
booty shorts.
Oh,
What was
you
that?
mean
Oh, is it not the booty shorts?
Yes. We're always thinking about them because it's always true.
Yeah, legitimately do not know what to say to that.
I think
Nidhogg, you want to take a shot?
I mean, do we want to escalate?
Percy is
I mean-
recoiling. He's unsure what to do.
I think Bastion's gonna step in front of Percy, because if Percy's not in his mat, things have escalated. And
Can I clap back to what Eleanor said?
Yeah.
Red Hen's just gonna gently step forward through the crowd.
People
How is
are-
the crowd reacting to Red Hen? And Red Hen just sort of like,
parting.
okay.
That said, Red Hen at this point is recognized for her involvement in the fight at the temple. Red Hen's kind of noticed for her involvement in her involvement at the spaceport, where people talked about her presence. So people are like, you're still one of like people think of that as a heroic avenging force right now.
That's good. That's good.
People are like, oh, the scary one. People are like, oh, she angry just like me for real. Yeah, you want to step forward through the crowd.
Real quick, I'd like to do a roll, just a history roll for anything that I can use to directly address the everything else will be cast aside, and maybe liken that to the endless infighting of the very warring factions that Passacalia the First rose
Oh,
up
yeah.
and
Yeah,
founded the
yeah,
Baron. Cool.
The secret trick is that if you roll historian in my games, I will give you so much fancy biz, because yeah, the secret is you don't. The secret is that no matter how much lore you know in my games, you play historian, you will get stuff. Tell me more. Well, once you make that check, tell me what kind of you looking for. Like, oh, but it's not been a good one actually. Or actually, when you say unbroken chain of history, what you actually mean is messy.
No, what I'm saying is, specifically, okay, you're saying to cast these people aside. This is exactly what the tyrant barons of that Passacalia the First fought against. They cast aside the weak and played their little games and didn't care who got hurt. It was to prevent this that your great unbroken chain was forged.
That fucks so severely.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
That fucks so severely. And she's gonna like laugh a little bit and step forward, and she says, that's a 21. She says, an understanding of history. Perhaps we can understand each other. For it was Passacalia's divinity that brought the world into order. It was... Would you not say that it was his true righteousness that brought reason and order, and that his descendants did not continue that order by enforcing it?
Christ. There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah! Yeah. Some days... Hey, everyone ready for the really technical combat? It's the dialogue. The dialogue is the most technical part of the combat.
It's so difficult to talk to people.
Talking to people is hard and messy.
I will say what she said is just not true too, though. Like,
Yeah.
there was a whole,
emotional labor later.
civil war with Tyrannus and all that they kind of sparked.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, could you?
Oh, yeah.
Civil war with Tyrannus?
So way back right with their line, it ended with a civil war with a bunch of planets revolting against them. And like essentially their like secondary world, I forget the name of it off the top of my head now, the one that they were sort of doting on right as their main colony, breaking away and saying, nope, we're now anti-Anorum, we're equal to you.
Yep.
Screw you guys.
Yep.
At which point then the fleet, right, taking decades to get there, when they got there, they had a bunch of different claimants to the throne saying, we're all actually the next emperor because somebody died without a clear line of succession. So there was just a massive civil war that was ended by that general coming back and essentially bombing every party and saying, you know what, I'm in charge now.
Mm-hmm.
It was so sad.
Yep. We aren't even on that part of the histories right now.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
She's just flat out wrong.
Maybe if everyone died, I don't think that's an unbroken chain of history, but that's a matter for historians in the Baronies.
The thing out of her mouth was, oh my god. First thing out of her mouth was the matter of his divinity. What do I know about that? What's going on?
So a lot of especially really hardline elements do accept the idea of Passacaglia as a divine figure.
Okay, but what does that mean? Are they still out there?
So the reason, because people, there is a difference between noble and ignoble because people are descended from Passacaglia 1.
Oh, it's eugenics again. Shit.
It's a little bit, but it's even more strongly than that. It's like we have a direct line to Jesus. Like it's a belief system that that it's the difference between Jesus a human man and Jesus a divine entity, right?
They got the Jesus DNA.
Yeah.
Gross. Weird. Fucked up.
Okay, so what was the second part of what she said? Because I have nothing to say to that part.
No, you're right. I don't know how to engage with that. That Passacaglia brought order from chaos, and then enforced that order, and that's what brought order and reason to the world. So enforcing it is right and good.
Bookkeeper is going to shout back something along the lines of, and this order, do you see it with all these people in front of you lying dead?
Why don't you roll me? Why don't you roll me that one?
I knew it was a mistake not to involve at least one direct literary reference.
No, it was good. No, it was good.
The roll is convince.
The roll is how well is that going to go? Because that was a really good call. Why don't you roll me with advantage?
You're so nice.
Or with accuracy, sorry. I'll get it
Same
someday.
bit. That's a 9.
No.
We love a 9. We love a 9.
What was I rolling?
9.
That was a authority roll.
Sure. That works.
Shit. I do not have anything with authority. That's a 9.
All right, do you have a thing you want to add to it? You have a skill check that would. This is the open offer. You have a skill check that you think would apply.
The only thing I could think of is either investigate to add a sappy story, to fill the silence after his words that when what he said wasn't hidden, or stay cool just to deliver it more efficiently and coldly.
I mean, I
Could
think stay cool works, but
Could I do anything to lend advantage from my lead or inspire, or is that not how the game works?
I mean, if you find a way to, I feel like you can get an accuracy if you find a way to support. But I don't know what that is. I don't know what that would be.
I don't know. I
Or you could be the one to shout it. Bastion might have the hey, but the people's lives in front of you.
do. I have a +6 to lead or inspire.
Oh fuck yeah.
So if I say that,
You also know that Bookkeeper was involved with Eleanor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah,
I felt like that was an open secret.
yeah. I don't know if Bastion could. Well, I don't know what Bastion could do with that info.
I think what I would do, question mark, would be yell or plead that the people in front of them are the very oh god, how do I put this? You say that you found purpose and that people care about you, but by killing the people in front of you, you could render yourself alone again or something. But that's really loose. Also shoehorned.
We could also just roll, we could also roll from where we were.
Yeah.
And people jump in when you have a thought or an interjection you would like to make.
Yeah, I just was...
Because Eleanor is going to respond to, what about the people in front of you? She's going to go, I understand the ugliness of these costs, but I've also been taught full well the need to see sense and reason, I do my duty. And she's gonna extend her like smaller hand, and she's gonna like, there's like a little holographic player across it, and you see a recording from, oh, that's the king. That's the king.
Awkward.
And you hear the movement of troops in the background, and he's saying, I understand this may be shocking. The storm we've all prepared for is upon us. Hold fast and do not let them destroy our way of life.
I think Bastion's going to say. I think Bastion's going to say. It's nice to know that you find the death of people like me an acceptable cost. Why don't you put your money where your mouth is and we can duel about it? That seems to be all you people understand.
Can I try something? I'm so sorry to cut you off. Can I take a leaf out of your book, Class Warfare?
Sure.
My
book is so good and works so well every time.
I'm thinking get out of the mech and just
Oh shit!
It works well every time.
It works well every time. Ask her if she's ever seen that ugliness firsthand, and if she can bring herself to strike the first blow. Just
that fucks so hard.
Just face to face with the big machine.
That fucks so hard. Hey, as you do that, Red Hen is just going to grumble, "Are you sure?" She's not stopping you. She's just making sure that you're sure.
Pat the metal next to the dismount button and then hit it.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm gonna grab your thing because that's terrifying. That's terrifying. All right, there we go. Look how little you are.
Walk up as a fleshy human and say, "Kill me, then."
Yeah, pretty much.
Hell yeah.
Gonna take off the assault helmet and
This is why we all need to get level 1 Black Thumb at least.
Right. So the first hit is free. That's terrifying. Yeah, Bookkeeper's gonna step out of the mech. And Eleanor seems very taken aback. Eleanor's very shocked.
And this is why it's important to talk about politics with your significant other.
Hey?
yeah.
Sorry, I needed the. Okay, we can be.
It's so no, you're so it's good and you're right, and it's funny. Eleanor's gonna look down and she's going to say, "You think that just because we had a little." She says, "Just because we shared some wonderful nights, you think that means that the world changes, that the shape of the immovable shape of history shifts just for you?"
Bookkeeper's gonna keep walking forward and just like softly say, "No, just you. I don't think that you have it in you to kill somebody in cold blood."
Says, "You think if you use honeyed words against me that I will strike you?"
And then what?
Stand, and the second word of the sentence is back in the war horn. Stand down.
No. I don't think you.
I love this. Don't we all love this? Isn't this fun? Isn't this nice?
Bookkeeper is going to roll, stay cool, and just keep advancing and hoping and praying that
You said
they
no.
don't hurt. Huh?
You said no.
Yes.
She told you to stand down, and you said no. So I'm sorry. We have actions that are triggered.
Oh shit.
And sorry, you say no. She starts running towards you.
How many people are behind me?
A lot.
All right. I think. Do you mind if we step in, or do you want to handle it still?
Give me a
Honestly,
sec.
I think that she needs to understand exactly how much killing somebody hurts, especially somebody you know is like a human being with like depth. And
Oh
like,
yeah.
I don't think she can other me the same way she can other everyone else.
Yeah.
All right. That's a strong bet.
And if Bookkeeper does die, and that ends up saving everybody else, or if Bookkeeper gets, run the fuck over, I'm hoping that that's enough to get her to understand that, like, maybe mass slaughter isn't the job for her.
I would like to put a lock on Eleanor.
All
Olo
yours.
is gonna go ahead and just private comm to the other people. We are probably gonna want to back up a bit if he's taking this himself.
The honored wing is going to move up to this rooftop over here. A couple of the house guards sort of shout. They don't open fire, but they train their weapons on him, especially some of the archers in the back.
Almost is gonna say, I know how these situations escalate. We need to be as non-threatening as possible in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the fireworks display from the temple crackle. You hear it crackling in the background, right?
I think Basher's gonna shout, I need everyone to back up. Just towards the crowd.
People are dispersing. And sort of people are not dispersing, people are sort of retreating backwards. Away from whatever is about to happen.
If any of them filter back towards the porous mech here, almost going to be trying to make it look relatively, normal. It's not going to be creepy.
Trying to look less threatening.
Yeah.
Not everyone is the portion of the local net that decided that the Baylor was baby girl. Not the pilot, the mech itself specifically.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, of course.
I was helping. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
Does me scanning a mech, does that mech then know it's scanned?
I
I think we went over this. I think they do.
They
Right?
might.
One
Is
moment,
this
let me
a
pull up my
tech?
rule book.
It's a tech action. I don't think it counts as an attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't
I
think
think
if they were
they're
going
up in
to
the
open
air.
fire, if they weren't going to open fire, that would make them start opening fire.
Lancer folder.
It all depends on if it's passive or active, right? I assume it would have to be an active scan,
Is
though.
Percy back in his mech yet?
Another good question.
Can that boy get back in his mech? I
I
love that he has little fucking rose petals coming off of his figure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Baby
he's
girl.
cute.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. I did not notice that before.
He's
Get back in the
dainty.
mech!
You were like, it's very tuxedo mask, and I was like, well.
Reverse Shinji.
Everyone get in their mechs! Too many people out and about.
I mean, this does feel a little bit metagamey also, right? To just, know that bookkeeper, wants us to just under all circumstances
Well,
stay back. But like,
I mean,
if that's the course we're taking,
I can
also shout
solve
for
that
us to
real
stay
fast.
back.
I could just be like, I'll just ask him, how close to death before we can help?
yeah.
I mean, there's no reason I locked on. There's.
I mean, we could all just make our own decisions in the next
Yeah.
few split seconds we have.
Yeah.
This is a very story-rich moment. I want to, make sure it's.
Can you also set a reaction? Like, is that a thing you can do?
Oh yeah,
I want to set a reaction for if she starts moving.
she's
Don't.
moving towards bookkeeper stepping
Don't.
forward. She's stepping forward.
That
Yeah.
gets a maximum move of, I believe, 4.
2.
Maybe. If it's going full tilt.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I would still like to set an action.
Bookkeeper is gonna just like behind his back, just like wave his hands like in a stand down gesture.
Yeah, if we are able to ready action,
Wait,
if
no,
harm
the
comes to bookkeeper, I'd like to ready something, but
The question I asked is important for what actions I take, so I need to find out.
What's your
Yeah.
question? What's your
about
question?
what scanning counts as.
You can scan people without it being a thing. Do you want the scan?
Okay. Yes, I would like to scan.
Yeah, we've had time. You've had time for scan.
Okay. Give me the deeds.
we've collected a lot of passive data.
I assume, yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
The scan data won't be perfect.
That's a lot of help.
That doesn't get
Damn.
renamed, but for those following along at home, Eleanor's current mech has 20 health and 2 armor. And 2 structure.
20 health, almost on my level.
But a but a beautiful, beautiful -2 to agility. And that's all I care about.
That has a 2 to move. All right.
The 2 armor is gonna hurt though.
Which space are they on currently? Are they here?
Oh, they were. Yeah.
Okay, so they're here. Okay, I just need to know.
No, you're good. In this moment when she's barreling towards, he said no. She's like, stand down, and he said no and kept stepping forward, and she started moving towards, like, forward at him. Actions to team.
I'm going to ready an action.
What action do you want to ready?
Well, I've locked on. I am going to put my crawl rifle. Which doesn't do damage. It does just make it so they can't move.
Please don't shoot a harpoon into this staring match.
I mean, it's not a staring match, though.
Hear me out. If Eleanor is completely willing to deal with killing me and then be okay with that, tear her in half. That's fine.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna...
Dead is the problem.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
Fair.
Friends don't want you to die.
Olmo does think that's a really stupid waste and would want to intervene there.
I mean, listen, everyone gets to make their own choices in this moment. You also honored Wing moving up, crouching on the side of this building. With the crowd starting to disperse as it starts to.
I am going to ready that action.
She's
Yeah,
going
Olmo's
to.
gonna start moving.
She's gonna move up to here
Okay.
and raise her fist.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask like Red Hand to tackle class warfare, real quick.
I mean, you can attempt.
He's just like trying to be bitch.
But essentially, she is moved, so that would activate my ready action, yeah?
Please don't. Oh.
I mean, listen, you could try. We've got. I hear a ready to action, so it's gonna be okay. I mean, it's gonna be the value of okay that it can be. Can activate the ready to action.
Okay.
I do have last words if you don't mind.
Oh yeah.
Just to Eleanor in that last moment, just like, I would have liked to find out who you really are over a cup of tea, but I guess this answers my question pretty thoroughly.
Oh. How does that crawl rifle hit?
Let me see.
After the crawl rifle, Olmo has something to say too.
That's a 22, so that definitely hits.
Remind me what the crawl rifle does.
So the crawl rifle, anytime after your target takes any action or movement during their next turn, you can reel in the line and boost as a reaction, moving towards the target by the most direct route possible. They then must pass a hull save or be knocked prone. Succeed or fail, the effect ends.
We love to see it. I think the way this all works out, because sometimes you have those moments where everything happens. As Bookkeeper says, I would have liked to get to know you, but maybe I already do. And the fist sort of starts coming down, and the crawl rifle like just buries itself in like her mech's thigh, and the fist like comes down right in front of Bookkeeper, and she says, "People don't just change because you will it." And the ground around you erupts. Bookkeeper, just a soft, small creature. In this moment, so much more neat, and in this moment we are reminded just how much neat and small a person is, goes soaring off his feet as the ground around him erupts. Red Hen is like thrown off her feet by whatever Eleanor just hit you with. And Bookkeeper goes, like, you see Bookkeeper hit the pavement. Hit the shattered pavement hard.
I have a request.
Yeah.
Can I use my Ferris Slash to catch him?
I think you can come grab him in a second.
Okay.
You can grab him in a second. No, it's good. Yeah, you see Bookkeeper go down, and Class Warfare, you have a crawl rifle. She took an action. Would you like to boost?
Yes. So I will.
Can almost say something while the boost is occurring.
Absolutely.
Almost is gonna shout over comms, "Stop, we need this to be a duel. We need to have structure to this fight if we're going to get anybody through."
Got it. I think you just hear "got it" over mic. I think Bastion goes, I think I said it earlier, but, says, it's nice to know people mean so little to you. I suggest we have a duel since it seems to be the only thing you people care about.
The fist is gonna like, you see like something like a charged shell of something pop out, and this like the steam vents from it, and the fist, like something mechanisms within it like reconfigure and lock back into place. Oh no! Why don't you, hey Bastion? Why don't you make me a this is not a fight roll?
What? I have stay cool and leader inspire, or survive. Would any of those work?
Any of those work? They got really different results.
This is not a fight. Would literally just be de-escalation and stay cool. But I don't mean to interrupt too much. Sorry.
No, you're good. It just this might be already a fight. She's already done that. She's already.
Then I mean, if it's already a fight, I have.
Is Bookkeeper dead? How's he doing?
He's not with us right now.
Cool.
He's not dead, but he's not with us right now.
Then I will use leader inspire because I have a +6 to that.
I'll also say Olmo would like to support with a narrative action.
Yeah.
27. I think we're good, honestly.
That's fair. That's fair.
Damn.
I mean, I forgot to apply difficulty and thing because at this point she has opened the use of weapons on people.
How much difficulty would that be?
At least 3.
Okay.
Let's
right.
cap us at a 3.
It's an 8. Do you want to do a narrative help?
Yeah, if Olmo can go into step forward and say, I understand you want to uphold your system, but there are rules to it, aren't there? You want honor, don't you? That's part of your ideology, isn't it? If you won't have reason, at least have that.
You can tell that she is weeping in that cockpit when she speaks, as her voice breaks a little bit. She says there are rules, and in those rules, you stand down.
I'm sorry, that's not how it goes in the real world.
No. No! Then unless someone stops her, she has an action.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop her.
Yeah, that was all
Weren't
Olmo was ready
Percy
to
and
do
her
there.
friends?
What was that?
Weren't Percy and her friends?
She seems to be
Yeah.
in a very bridge burning sort of mood today.
Okay. I'm judging your boyfriend for not saying anything, though.
I mean, what do you want him to do?
Literally anything. I, as a player, nope, it's fine. And as a person floating above him, judging.
Do you want to go pick up the meat body of...
I really want to I want to pick up his meat body so badly.
I think is there a chance for Paramnesia to do that?
I think this is the window. I think we're about to be in rounds.
Go pick up the meat body, please.
I fair slash him.
Because
Is Redhead...
we're about to be in rounds. We're not in rounds yet. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think
but
the rounds.
is
moment
that action
is...
okay?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, but the no, I'm saying, but this is the real world, and she says, I suppose the stories were of no use then, and she's gonna take a swing at you, Bastion.
That's fair.
Does a
That
10
doesn't hit me. No.
Awesome. And just the fist just goes sailing over your head. And action 2. And we're in rounds.
Okay, so what's the stance of the rest of that line there? What are they doing?
They are loading their weapons, because that's their commander, and their commander went to combat.
Fuck us. Okay. That is the worst possible outcome.
That's alright, we prepared for this one too.
Yeah. Just more people die. Alright.
Not if we can get everyone back, which it seems like everyone is moving that way.
They're gonna be left out in the storm. We're not gonna be able to get any kind of cordon through.
We might. From the inside, and also they can be at the temple.
They can be at the temple, but there's no way this security line is gonna let anybody through now that fighting's begun wholesale. In fact, what's to say they're not gonna go ahead and let it spread to other portions?
What do you mean?
Like, if groups here fighting, right, that's gonna go ahead and set others on edge. If they're already facing an angry mob, they might start getting an itchy trigger finger.
I'm gonna try... One moment. I have to reread...
Particularly if they send people to find out and they realize that there's been serious fighting going on here. That said, what's done is done, and we just gotta go with the plan that we got.
Yep.
You know, this seems unfair. This seems unfair. It seems unfair.
What
And it seems a little bit out of character.
No, okay, if things are...
Yeah, no, like,
No.
that's...
You
No,
don't
yeah.
have to go easy on us.
Oh, no, because there's
No,
just...
no, like, We didn't hit the right buttons here to like convince her. That's okay.
Sometimes you miss a roll and it fucks things up.
Well, also sometimes I don't know how to say this. Sometimes folks aren't convincible.
And like also, we don't know that any of those bad things that Olmo is worried about are even going to happen. So
No,
It's true.
absolutely.
That's true. Acting to team.
Can I get the meat body out of there and maybe put up
Yeah.
some soft cover for civilians? Okay. Is everyone cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Alright. I have to double check to see which things are quick and which things are not quick. Okay, cool. Fair Slash is a quick action. So, first things first. Well, wait, is Red Hen up or not?
That's a good question. I don't know what's going on with the CompCon unit. I'm sorry, the full-on NHP, and whether Beckett takes control of Red Hen, or if I dictate action, but Beckett roleplays as Red Hen, or what's going on.
And HP, you dictate action. She's listening to you right now.
Okay.
She's in a listening way.
Okay, so she's listening. Is she upright?
She's stunned by whatever happened. She's gonna be stunned the next round.
Okay.
Eleanor distributes stun.
Alright, I'm gonna just, in that case, I'm
If
not
you
going
can hit.
I am not going to bring Bookkeeper to Red Hen in that case.
You can put Bookkeeper on a roof.
I can only move him 5, unfortunately.
That's not far enough. No, not on you. I just.
No, it's all good.
I am not comfortable with how close that still is.
It's so real. Am I allowed to move Bookkeeper through Red Hen's space with Ferris Lash since they're allies?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh sure.
I'm
Yes.
like, technically, they're kind of
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Where do you
I
want to
thought
move
so.
Bookkeeper?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back here. Fall over again.
Awesome. People are gonna start yelling and scattering.
Yeah, that's fair. Goo with legs just picked someone up and moved him like however many feet. Also, good. They should be yelling and scattering. And then I'm going to move up to. And then let's change this height to 5. Oh, I know. No! No, I've done it
It's
again.
happened again.
It's happened again.
Oh.
Imagine I'm flying and not.
The last time. Oh, yeah.
Imagine I'm flying up there.
I got you.
Although, I probably shouldn't be up if it's going to be line. Actually, I'm a fool. Get rid of this. I'm going on the ground. No, I can't get rid of it. Oh, you locked it. Could you? Can I
Oh.
unlock it?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. I am on the ground.
Oh shit.
That's so reasonable.
Oh.
She'll like pull Bookkeeper back and then jump down in front of him.
Jump down in front of him, and then from where I am until this point, I'm gonna fire my Veil Rifle.
That's a
Which
good idea.
means all of the civilians on this side of the map have soft cover.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
Can I communicate? So I can provide soft cover using nanites on this side. If you can provide soft cover to the
other
other
side?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Because I am the closest person on that side, and I can do nothing except for fire a zip line, which I don't know how helpful that will be.
All right.
It's great for fighting her.
Can't cover everyone on this side because some people
People can move into soft cover.
But the nice thing is I can cover the entirety of the board from here. So, can I just draw a line? Yeah. Oh my god, that's a giant line. Can I draw a smaller line?
No, draw a huge
Press
line.
minus and plus.
Okay.
No, but draw the huge line. You know you
Also,
want
there's
to.
a line
You know you
tool
want that
that's
huge
separate from
line.
pen tool. You love to see it. You love
Thick
to see it.
line.
And people are
Thick
going to fall
line.
back behind that cordon very quickly.
Yeah, and that is soft cover.
You love to
For-
see it.
Until the end of my next turn.
Got it. Wonderful. Action to team NPCs. Because the Honored Wing is going to just dive forward. You see, as he moves, he releases like a series of those messenger drones.
Get him, Honored Ring.
And they fly out across the city, and he just emerges through, like, he bursts through this, like, wall of visual distortion, and just into the enemy line and strikes this archer and this assault.
Get him!
They don't have much health.
Nice.
Not for fighting him. And we're gonna roll that later. +6 attack bonus. We don't necessarily need to roll that at all. Good gracious. Sweet loquacious. Yeah, no. Yeah, so an Honored Wing is gonna release those messenger drones to let people know what happened, and burst through the cordon, and essentially shout, like, what now? Well, sorry, give me a second. What now is your honor so weak? And, like, just make himself the biggest target in the room. Because he's trying to draw fire away from the protesters. But also, like, he was a little very ready for this outcome. Not because he was rooting for it, but because he was prepared for it.
Yeah.
Action to table.
Does anyone want to
That's
go
not true.
before
That's
I?
not true. That's not true.
Oh.
Actually, I'm sorry. We gotta get some. They do have to take some of their actions.
What if they skip them? It's fine.
There's so many of them. Some of them have to take the actions.
How do I get up there to fight them? I mean, the best person to get up there is probably the Honored Wing, because he can fly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, Paramnesia can probably do something. I can't get up there because I don't have a 36-foot vertical leap, unfortunately.
Oh, we love it. Does not hit. Just one of them takes a shot into Honored Wing, and it, like, pinks off the armor.
It's so nice to just have a legendary, like, essentially a legendary creature on our side.
Yeah.
It's like when you
Very
go
fun.
into a Pokemon battle, and it's like a gym battle, and you have, like, Giratina.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck?
Like, we might be able to wipe the crew here at the very least with this guy.
Unstoppable. Is everyone okay if I go and
Yeah.
punch Eleanor so hard?
Oh, please.
Okay. I think Bastion just goes, fuck you. And then I'm gonna roll to hit with my War Pike and also use my last thermal charge.
Did you
because it
reset
feels
them last session?
I don't think they reset. Oh, they might.
You got a full repair.
We got a
You
full
got everything
repair.
back.
Oh shit. Okay. Never mind then.
No, you're good.
Everything's back. We're all good.
We're not at the end of our resource limit yet.
I will. Then I'm gonna hit her. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll to hit her. That is what's going to happen. Take off that plus
Oh, I know what
9.
song I'm adding to my playlist.
Does a 20 hit?
A 20 hits.
All right.
Her evasion is not super high, would you believe?
So it's since this is the first time, I gotta.
I love that. I feel like the melee fighters are the people who have to do the most math on their turns, which is delightful.
I do. I have to do so much math. So this does 3d6.
Uh-huh. Oh
Are
my
we
God.
counting that I boost? Would the boost be on my previous turn or this turn?
I don't feel like it's a previous turn. That feels
That's.
right.
I mean, that's really fair. I just wanted to see if I could cheese it.
That feels right. No, listen, I respect the hustle. You should go for it.
Thank you. I thank you for appreciating the hustle.
Do always ask.
The rules say that that's completely valid. It was a reaction happened this round.
Oh, so I did
Oh,
boost.
is it round or turn?
It's once per round
no,
after you
once
boost.
per round
All
after
yours.
you boost Nelson's next melee.
All yours.
Okay, then it's 46.
Okay.
Get shit on. That's 16 damage.
All yours.
And then I have to roll again to hit with my power knuckles.
Nice.
Give me a sec on that. That's a 22. And then I roll a d3 on that. That's a 3, so that's total of 18 damage. No, that was 16 damage. That's a total of 19 damage. And then the target must succeed on a hull save or be knocked prone.
Yeah. How much damage?
That's 19 damage.
Total?
Yes.
What's the fifth hit?
The total is 19. Oh,
Well,
I also
we need them one at a time. What's the fifth hit?
the fist hit was 3.
Okay.
But you rolled a 3.
3
so it's a
plus
4.
1, that's a 4. Sorry, it's
That's a
20
4.
damage in total.
That's spicy.
That's her entire hit bar in
No,
one
it's not.
hit. It's not. Oh, because it's just armor. Fuck that. Fuck armor.
Oh, I'm sorry. She also takes half damage from all melee attacks.
What the fuck?
Model resistance from melee weapons.
That's gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Does that count for explosive damage?
It's from a melee weapon.
That's true. That's true.
Damn.
That's true, but that's gross.
She's here to fight you. She's here to fight y'all.
No, she's good.
I mean, she's here to fight other people, but those people are KO'd right now. And what's that hull save? Let's make that
Sources.
hull save.
Sources
12?
say. Yeah.
A 22 makes it. I'm sorry.
Well, gross.
You do
Okay.
like slam into the side of her armor, something fierce, and it detonates. And she does. You can tell she's just weeping in the cockpit. And she says, "I wanted to be friends. Why did you make me do this?"
Nobody made you do fucking anything. You're a whole person. You made your own choices. And your choices suck.
Action.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
NPC, Percy's going to get into the mech. And Percy is going to... Let me see. Let me just pull up. I'm sorry. Thank you everyone for your patience. There are so many moving
No,
parts.
you've got a lot of guys.
There are so many
You've got a
moving
lot of guys.
parts. There are so
You're
many
playing-
moving parts.
You're playing all the enemies and also 2 extra guys.
Yeah. Percy's going to move up here. And Percy's going to... Percy's going to move and boost up to your side.
Yay. Just boyfriend things.
Yeah. But he's not going to take a combat action. He's going to move
Why
up to your
not?
side, and he's going to just beg Eleanor. See, Percy moves and boosts up to your side, and he says, "Eleanor, you were always the best of us, the kindest, the most thoughtful. I I feel I let you down. Please. Action to combat. People are gonna keep firing into the honored wing.
How long before we have to be worried about the other wing?
I mean, we'll see. A lot of reliable weapons running around this fight. So every shot does, like, hit him a little bit.
What's, like, the health like on the honored wing?
Someone scanned him. 15 and 1 armor.
Okay. Well, so...
But, like,
Alright.
the reliable damage is still plinking away at that armor, even if they can't super hit his evasion very easily.
Okay. I will keep that in mind.
But, like, he is tanking this fight right now.
Yeah, if anybody... We need to get rid of some of these guys.
Action team.
I should ask who else gone?
I think it's just you now, because
Okay, I'm the only one left.
Bookkeeper's
Or whatever's
out.
happening with... Yeah, because Red Hen is stunned. That's right.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Red Hen's
Mhm.
stunned, Bookkeeper's out,
Ooh.
and then both Bright Eyes and I have gone. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and... Sorry, I just
What if you just, like... This is, like, your prime zone, right? Like...
Yeah, so I'm
If
thinking
you
I'm
can
just gonna
get-
go and charge these guys and trying to think of a non-lethal way to deal with the enforcers, but I don't know if there is one if they make themselves a real
They're
problem.
cops. Who
Yeah.
cares?
I know. Olmo really doesn't. So okay, Olmo's is gonna go and move up.
They're willing to shoot a bunch of civilians. Who cares?
yeah, I think all of the characters
Three.
are fine with them dying.
Gonna go and boost. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah.
Before any attack rolls are rolled, Eleanor should be prone after the being hit with the blast knuckles on a crit, unless they have an ability that prevents that.
Wait, say that again?
Oh, the kinetic knuckles on the Nelson do have on crit knock prone.
Do they?
Yeah,
Dude,
Knock 'em on
I'm
their
sorry.
you punch their ass.
All yours.
Okay.
She's prone.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Actually, no, she has heavy frame, so maybe not. My bad.
Oh yeah, let me double check that. Thank you. Sorry, there's so many moving parts.
No, you're all good. It's a lot of fight.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I hope that's okay. I hope it's okay that
yeah.
we've had
No,
just some,
I love it.
just some mass
Listen, we
combat.
took a week off.
We took a week off. Welcome back, everyone. The fireworks. And by fireworks, I do mean deep heartbreak.
Oh, the lock-on is gone because I used it
Oh, that's right.
for the
Use
crawl
thing.
rifle because I get
Copy.
disadvantage on that, and so I just lock on so I have a regular chance at hitting.
Yeah, no, I mean that sounds. Do the knuckles? Hey, the person with the knuckles in front of them? Can you read that for us?
It doesn't say that on my knuckles. So it just says, on critical hit, your target must succeed on a hull save or be knocked prone.
There we go. Oh, and we already did the whole save. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. That's the
I
confusion.
didn't realize that it just said on critical hit, because I'm a fool.
Oh, I mean,
and
it
I've
would be
been
very
reading it
sick if
wrong
it
the
said on
whole
every
time.
hit. That would be so good.
I am a fool, and I read things wrong.
It's okay. I do that constantly.
Oh, believe me, me too.
I just have a machine.
The machine.
I just have
What
a
about-
machine going here. The machine.
The machine.
How do they?
Okay.
The machine.
We don't need. I don't need to reference stand-up bits from like 8 years ago.
How
That's
do they
fine.
make a
Though, so
movie
you
out of
do.
it, though?
You
Seriously.
specifically do.
I specifically do.
I'm referencing a line said in a Let's Play video that came out, like, probably close to a decade ago at this point.
We're very neurotypical in this house.
I mean, I just started saying it 10 years ago, and would you believe I haven't stopped saying it?
It's really good.
We're very neurotypical
Okay.
in this house.
We're very neurotypical. I like the micro breaks we're taking. I'm like, we need to talk about something funny because there's too much sadness. Percy took action, plead. They took action, fire. Action, I think, to
Yeah, that's what we
Omo.
were doing.
Okay. So I'll go ahead. I will move up and then I'll boost. I am so slow.
Our new version of terrain is just having a killing field, a flat, open killing field between all of the long guns and us.
1, 2, 3.
What is
Okay.
happening?
I mean, I think Penn's too angry to care.
That's boosting twice. That's just in range, but I don't think that's a line. Because lines are kind of wacky on this, but yeah, that's not a line.
That's not a line, I'm afraid. I think a line is specifically from the hex.
Yeah. And like, I could do a weird diagonal one through here, maybe? Like, if I was trying to draw a line from this hex through to this hex.
I think
this
that
one
goes
back
that
here.
way. I think that would
Okay,
either
yeah,
go
you can,
along
oh
the
yeah,
hex
you,
line
you
that
can't.
way or that
Okay,
way.
yeah. Yeah, you can only go straight. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No. So I'll go ahead and I don't want to deal.
Thank you, chat, for the despair, Germas. That is how it feels on the inside.
Mm-hmm. And then actually, I'm sorry, I forgot it. So I was going to go and activate my core system. That is a protocol, so technically that should be at the start of the round, but it shouldn't have any impact. Do you mind if I...
Oh, yeah, no, yours.
Cool, okay. So go ahead and activate the core power, at which point, right, I'm just going to go ahead and activate that as I'm moving forward. Just tell everybody, get back to the building. And also I should ask, so you were saying that we do have, like, direct communications access, so I would potentially be able to put a message out to their phones, at least the ones on this side.
I mean, you could try.
Okay.
You have shouting and comms with each other, but most other, like, more complicated communications is going to be really hard.
Okay. Could I roll hacking to send them the website for the ARG and a message to visit it after this is all over?
I mean, the website's going to be hella down.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, and a message to visit it after this is all over.
Roll me.
Okay. That is, at this point, not in this sheet.
Oh no. I think you had a
Okay.
plus, like,
6,
4
yeah.
plus 6 to hacking?
Yeah, I have a plus 6 to hacking.
Just go ahead and roll me
And
that.
then, oh yeah, whoop, not accuracy, sorry.
I think I
Bonuses,
said, yeah.
so plus 8 total.
By the way, big thank you to the person who made this Lancer die roller. It's so cool.
Yeah.
You know what? On a 21, all yours.
Alright.
Oh, you want to include, like, information other than that?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just provide a little bit of, like... We're
You,
gonna step things
also
up.
you could route them to the temple if you wanted.
Oh yes, I would also go ahead and send people information to get to the temple and to spread the word on that.
Okay.
And then, if for 21 I'm able to as well squeeze a little bit of ungrateful propaganda in there, you know, just some reading.
Yeah. And also, here's my manifesto.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's where you're at. I
Get
understand.
to safety, and here's my manifesto.
Oh, good gracious.
Alright, then
Love
we're
a
gonna go ahead.
consistent king.
Yeah.
Right? You just gotta harp on the message. It's all about the grind, you know?
It's all about the grind, the anti-CEO grind set.
At that point, I'm gonna go ahead and... I'm gonna blow way too many things on this fight, I think, but I
That's
need to get
When
into
you were like, core
combat.
power, I was like, are you sure? But I was going to let you roll with it.
I mean, the problem is, right, I don't provide cover if I don't use the core power.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it is important to draw attention and obfuscate these people.
That's true.
The question is, do I also overcharge to actually get stuck in it? And I don't... Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to overcharge, so I am just going to go ahead and at this point... Yeah, I will just try to... Oh no, she's not in range. Okay. Crap. Do y'all want to be engaged with, Eleanor?
I mean, does Bastion want to be engaged with Eleanor at this point?
Like, if I could yoink Eleanor away from you, would that be a good thing for you?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, you could. If you did, I could boost. Well, I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah, so I can't use that weapon because it does say must, so they will be pulled towards me if I get a hit.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just go for this guy then.
Oh yeah.
So we'll use the magnetic cannon on them. Or actually...
Let me solo her.
Did you like Percy moving up and not taking a combat action?
I mean, we're gonna have a conversation in a sec.
I'm gonna be real. I thought it was good. Not good as in smart, but good as in like respectable.
Oh. Okay, sorry. Rolling that roll.
Thank you, Harvest Man.
That was excellent.
That was so. You're so
Harvestman.
right.
Harvestman says, I don't know if Bookkeeper wants to be engaged with Eleanor anymore.
No.
I mean, the good news is she was already engaged to someone else.
Oh, good gracious.
Oh.
He's already dying. Why did you have to get his ass like that? Seems cruel.
And I should say real quick, does a 14 hit the assault mech here?
Oh yeah.
Okay. They are now pulled 1d3 plus 1 spaces. I'll just go and roll that. Do you know... I haven't actually checked that. Is the roll for the spaces they're pulled for the magnetic cannon the same as the damage? I would assume so.
Do you mind checking on a magnetic cannon? Because I don't know it super well.
Okay, I can read it out in that it does list the damage as 1d3 plus 1 energy damage.
Okay.
But then the text says, on hit, all characters within the affected area must succeed a whole save or be pulled 1d3 plus 1 spaces towards you. So would those be
a separate roll?
Okay, so we'll go ahead, I'll just roll for damage, and then you can roll the save, and then we'll roll after.
Yeah.
Polycules and shambles is pretty...
Polycules and shambles.
Okay, it's only 2 damage.
Thank you, chat.
2 right.
That's a whole. Wait, no wait. I made some mistakes. That wasn't a 0. I clicked the wrong thing.
Oh yeah.
That was a 3, which also doesn't make it.
Alright, well they only take 2 energy damage, but they are pulled, let's go ahead and see. They are pulled a total of 3 spaces towards me.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Yep.
So here.
Yep.
So just like this side of the fight, like a roaring demon comes tearing out of the back line.
Good.
In a situation like this, that's what we need.
You know, the more bullets that go towards you.
Yep. And that's my turn.
Wonderful. Goodness. Oma, how much armor and things do you have?
No armor. I should go and also ask, you can only take 1 protocol action per turn, right?
I think the limit is that they have to be at the start, but I might be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Okay, well, next turn.
And we're gonna roll a lot of dice here for a second. Oma, what's your evasion?
My evasion is only 6.
Oh no.
I do also, though, have, what is it?
Uh-oh.
Soft cover.
You have stuff. Okay,
Okay.
you have stuff. Right. Right. My apologies. I'm sorry. I have to roll these again. We're just gonna make a horrifying shooting line roller over here.
I don't like that. Actually, don't do that because it's actually threatening. It's actually putting a damper on the vibes.
Oh, I can't roll more than one anyway. That's fine. So what I'm hearing is 17 hits.
Yeah, 17 hits.
And a 14
14
hits.
Fuck off. How about that?
and a 4 does not hit.
It
4
does
doesn't
not.
hit though.
Take 5, then 5, then 3.
That's
13.
gross.
Cool. I'll heal that next turn.
Okay. Well, okay. Actually, I realized that your mech is built different, quite literally.
It is also gross.
So just I assume just like sinking like metal, like because these guys shoot these elongated like metal rods, right, from their crossbows. So I assume just like metal rods and assault gunfire just go into the ball of the ball of rage and particles.
Can I ask, what do their rods taste like?
Some sort of like really intense alloy of some kind, nutrient rich.
I'm just gonna go and like peek a little bit out of the mech, like come a little bit out of the nanite swarm, just be like, your bolts taste really fucking good.
Intimidation tactic.
Scary.
I like that our team is built up of freaks.
Deeply,
Important.
hey, and the 22 from that combat knife, take an additional 4 from this assault right here.
Cool.
As they like desperately try to stop. Yeah, alright, your
If
bolts
I wasn't
taste good, screaming towards into the... I don't know how to say that's the most like Lancer pilot moment we could have had. Good gracious. Let's see. These actions. That's gonna prepare an action. That's gonna prepare an action. That's gonna prepare an action. That's gonna prepare... All the external, like the external 4 archers are preparing their actions.
Okay, nobody move.
You're right. No one
take
move.
movement.
Hey, this is a great non-movement environment, right? And last action of the round. Bookkeeper, how you doing? How you feeling in this moment?
Mercifully, I don't think Bookkeeper, the character, is feeling anything at all.
I
Red
have
Moon has
terrible
the
news.
opinions, though.
I have terrible news. Bookkeeper, you sort of come to. There's like the little bits of ferrofluid on you. There's dust. Your body starts becoming aware of just how many like. There's no broken bones, but you become aware of like just how many organs. It feels like your body has your muscles have been and organs have been like vibrated a little bit. In just a really horrible way by something at industrial strength. And you see someone is trying to help you wake up, leaning over you, and you see Red Hen shake off something and step over to you. And extend a hand, and the cockpit opens, and she says, You see just a big sigh that moves from the exhaust ports as the engines are like spinning back up, and she says, "I am proud of you for trying, nephew."
Bookkeeper's gonna sit up, look like really, really sad for a second, and then cover it with the best. Just shake it off and put on a front, spit the blood out, and take Red Hen's hand.
As you come to your feet and you step up, it's not blood. There's not like internal bleeding. It just something is like felt really wrong. Like that was, you were not being hit with like a weapon for killing. You were hit by being a weapon for disruption. It was meant to disrupt machines, and the fact that it impacted right next to a human body disrupted. Whoa.
In that case, I do have something more upsetting.
Yeah.
The tooth that Bookkeeper cracked during the temple fight when the Sekhmet activated when he didn't have a mouth guard in is gonna he's gonna spit that out.
No. As you're getting up, the person who was checking on you, like, are you good to go? Are you okay?
Bookkeeper's gonna like stumble, but like nod, thumbs up.
They're gonna turn around and shout, "He's okay. We go, and don't think you've ever met this person. They're just like, it seems like they were going about their like office job before all this happened. but sometimes moments of crisis change people, and people start retreating out this way. Also, NPC actions. Folks are going to continue falling back out of this. A lot of folks, because of those warnings, folks are going to be able to fall back to the temple that has that security response. Thankfully, graciously, Penn, people are now behind your disruption wall. And you have... Congratulations to everyone at the end of round 1. You have made enough noise that you have drawn the police response onto yourselves rather than the civilians as best as possible.
We're good at that.
Real quick, I do just want to make sure that the assault here did take 4 damage when it activated.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it did take 4 damage when it activated.
Cool.
We're gonna have something other than CompCon to track a lot of their health, if that's okay. If I try to do that, I'll die.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea having it on the board or like somewhere accessible.
Yep. All right, and that's top of round, everyone. Welcome to round 2 of this. And in the distance, you hear a different voice, not related to this situation, say, "I said stand." Say, "I said stay back," and a pop of gunfire somewhere else in the city.
Yeah.
Cool.
We can't focus on that right now.
Okay.
We got other problems.
All right. Is it top of round?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Who wants to go? Anyone have any pressing wants?
I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a crack at Eleanor.
Yeah, getting into combat would be good.
Sure.
Hang on, let me check the rules for mounting up. Unless somebody can remind me.
I think we
You're
also
mounted
have-
up. It's free.
Okay. Cool.
That was me. That was me subtly removing that cost so you could take the rest of your actions because it's a full action to mount up. And I was like,
Oh god. I was gonna ask.
you should get stuck in.
I was
It
gonna ask if it
done.
went from the pilot actions to the mech actions, but that makes much more sense. Cool. Round start. Rest and rip.
Segment
6 movement.
1. Kill
No.
everyone.
Everyone right now is Jones, who helped me up. Okay, so move 6. If Red Hen wants to say something along the lines of "You should have stuck with a boy," now's the ideal to do that. We're gonna roll the chain axe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if she's shouting something. Oh. She's gonna say that it's a shame. Red Hen's line is like, "It's a shame we're so predictable, child."
Rough.
Well, 17 hits. Unfortunately, does not crit and shred, which I fucking needed to. Shit.
Oh yeah, it would be so good if we could shred. If we
That would
could
be
shred.
so good if I could shred. All right. It does hit though, so I'll roll damage.
I need you to know that I got too anxious to be doing my nail polish, so I resorted to doing my lipstick. That's how you know it's dire.
That's how you know it's dire.
That's a 6, but more importantly, that does proc my Blade Master. I get a die from hitting and can immediately use that die to grapple. That's a 10. That's a 12, I mean. That hits.
Yeah. A 12. Yes, a 12 hits.
Cool. I am now grappling. Does Eleanor's mech have a name? Because it feels awkward saying that I'm doing incredible violence to this person. I would like to disassociate, please.
That's no, that's so real. I mean, you can also just say her mech. It's called The Truth of Reason.
What is it called?
It's called The Truth of Reason.
Deep sigh. Okay, we're gonna transition that grapple into via Titanomachy Mash for my free ram or grapple every time I ram or grapple.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna roll that with +1 accuracy from them being immobilized.
Oh yeah.
That's a 16. They are now
hits.
prone.
Wait, and so can I get that from the top? You said you hit with the first thing you hit with?
Chain axe.
For how much?
6.
Okay. And then what's the next part? Sorry.
We transition to the grapple from that hit. Would
Right.
you like to? So this is just actions, not why.
Thank you.
Okay, and then the last bit was ram with +1 accuracy that I believe hit. It was a 16.
Does she get a hull save for that or no?
No, she's rammed.
Beautiful.
She doesn't do anything
Beautiful.
else. Just knocks him prone.
And knocks him prone and back or just prone?
It's
So
your
you're
choice.
rams.
You can deal all of knockback or no knockback when knockback is involved.
And
No, she gets to stay. Hang on.
awesome. Yeah, you definitely knock her back.
No, she gets to stay here. Okay.
Oh, she
so
chooses.
right.
Wait, sorry. So what does she choose?
What Red Hen chooses to knock them prone, but not back.
Got it.
They're not going anywhere.
Yeah. As you knock her back, you see that the chain axe, it's barely to get into that armor, but it does. One of the tassels tears away. As her mech stumbles off her feet, Eleanor just shouting "I didn't want to do this. I didn't want you to make me this person."
The bookkeepers are just gonna very quietly over Vox just say, you don't have to. No pressure, just a statement.
Yeah. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. There's a scroll wheel that I've never seen. There's a set of scroll bars that I've never seen on ComCon before because of how bad the situation is. It's fine. The honor ring is gonna move up.
My turn's not over, by the way.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That was my base move and a quick action.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right.
And 2
What's
free
your
action.
other action?
We're gonna move 6 this way. We're gonna boost.
Through her thread? Oh, she's...
Nope, we're grappling.
Oh,
We
right.
go, dude.
Oh, right. We're gonna grab her and go.
Yep. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question mark 6. So just
6?
these 3 spaces right here
Yeah,
in front of the top.
Copy. That's all yours. All yours. Oh yeah.
And they cannot clear prone until they break grapple and can become unimmobilized.
I love this.
All right, enter.
I love this. Good gracious. the Honored Wing is going to just make this building. And fly up, and in so doing, activate, like, all of these.
No.
He better not be getting himself killed now, because we could probably really use him later.
No, Mr. Honored Wing. We love you.
He's pulling it so that, y'all don't have to take those hits.
No, don't be
we know.
We know
I love
why.
3 accuracy. 3 accuracy is great and normal as an amount
That's
of
gross.
accuracy to
What the
have.
fuck?
Well, because it's plus 2 accuracy plus the 1 for firing as a reaction.
No. Stop hitting our friend.
Also, he's got, like, he feels really normal about what's happening. Like, he's feeling super, super normal.
Like in a sarcastic way or a real way?
Like a not. He's not. Hey,
He's just not
he was a
phased
very
by any
ordered,
of this?
Like, he's a big boisterous man. He seemed like a very, like, ordered tactical thinker, and this is charge the machine gun line behavior.
Yeah, okay, so he's feeling actual normal. And not the way that Bastion feels normal.
He is deeply upset.
So not normal?
No, he is deeply upset.
Okay.
And he's going to take... Oh, God. Right? Well, that's with the armor. Okay. Yeah. He's not structured yet. That's good. But he does have, like, all these shots just, like, raining into him as he, like, soars up. And just... Hold on. Thank you for your patience. Sorry,
Is that his damage?
That's his to hit. We missed something.
You only have +3. What are you doing?
Oh, I rolled the wrong one. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing is hitting the wrong number here. Hold on. Thank you for your patience. I mean, listen, that's visually the experience of watching him do stuff.
Okay. That's
If
pretty
only I
good.
could be so grossly incandescent.
23.
That really
you.
is him, huh?
Awesome. Honored Ring is going to soar up, and the shots are just going to, like, pour into his armor. Chunks are coming off of it.
No!
And he's going to essentially grab this archer by the cockpit and just crush in a single movement.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah.
And
Oh!
say, "You will leave my people be."
Oh. Well, big
He's-
sweet guy.
He's in his feelings. This mech is dead. That man is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did assume.
Oh, but it would be wild if he wasn't. It would be worse if he wasn't.
Yeah.
Action 2. Oh, they're gonna keep firing into him. I'm sorry.
No! I'm gonna kill these guys.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, gracious. Yep. That's 2. Okay. All right. Action to team. He's not structured yet, but he did. You did just like you because you've been doing a lot of fights that are like duels and other things, and like that was a killing strike.
Maybe
Okay.
if you yell at him to stabilize, he will.
I'm going. Can I go? Is it okay if I go?
Yeah.
Do it.
Can NPC stabilize?
I think-
No.
Yeah.
I think Bastion's gonna go.
Real quick, are we trying to punch through?
Yeah, I mean, we could all
Yeah.
just leave.
Well, no. Well, we need cast safe. That's
Yeah.
why we're doing this.
That's why I'm saying, like, we're just trying to punch through here, right? Like, we're trying to
Yeah.
get past them.
Yeah.
Because at this point, we don't care about, we can't do anything to get other people through, so, like, if we just get to the red line, we're good.
Would you guys like me to focus on getting to the red line or focus on absolutely soloing one of these guys?
I mean, what do you think class warfare would do in this moment?
Oh, I mean, I know the answer to that.
Yeah, follow that.
I'm gonna move, boost, and hit this guy.
Oh yeah. Through the assaults.
Well, obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So no,
Are you gonna
I'm
like
gonna
Tokyo
move around
drift
it.
around it?
Yeah. Beep,
That's so
beep,
cool.
beep, beep, beep.
That's so good.
I'm gonna roll the hit. I get +1 accuracy on my melee attack. I keep accidentally going to Harvestman's board. Get out of here. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 hits?
Alright, let's see here. It's 1d6 plus 1d6 plus... That's 3d6.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's just my base. I'm over at your board again. That's just my base attack if I boost.
Fine. If it gives a better angle, you're welcome over there. The
No.
pocket corner is for everyone.
That's 9 damage.
9 damage. Well, you did also. The Honored Wing also pulled a bunch of their reactions onto himself. Yeah, that's 9 damage. Hey, you've already scanned these. You scanned these session like 3.
Yeah.
The archer's at 7 of 16.
Okay. I am going to also hit with the power knuckles because that's on the same amount.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think a 4 is gonna do it. So I think that's that.
That's that. Awesome. Wonderful. Action from... You know, it's action from Eleanor.
I love flipping a coin and finding out if I'm stunned or not. It's my favorite thing to do.
Eleanor just yelling and weeping. He told us that we needed to do our duty. He said that we were called upon to fulfill our honor. You can't just make me give up my whole life. And she's gonna take up that swing. She's gonna swing at you.
Oh yeah, she is. Everybody send me like energy, like in Dragon Ball, like I'm charging a spirit bomb.
To not get hit by the hammer.
Not get hit by the hammer.
No. That's my telepathy noise.
Oh, you got your
she's
number.
gonna
It's a
walk
good
on and swing
telepathy
the hammer.
noise.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Hey, Sinead, hit you?
Oh, no, it doesn't. Thank fucking God.
Yay! The telepathy noises
You
worked.
don't want to take 14 AP?
Jesus.
No, not
wow.
particularly.
Make a whole
That's
saver be stunned?
crazy.
Don't get hit.
I have a mean question to ask.
Yeah.
After Pasha got vibrated by a giant fist, how are his ears working?
That's a good question. They are mechanical.
Oh, they're mechanical?
Yep.
Yeah.
It took them a minute to come back online.
Incredible.
They came back online in a second, but they were very disrupted for a second there. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a permanent damage tool. It seems like a disruption tool.
Okay.
Dodge
Yay!
for accessibility
He's
feature
not-
of speech to text.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
I was about to say, yay, he's not deaf, but
And let's see. She took an action. She took an action. She took an action. Hmm. Let's see. Paramnesia, how you doing? How you feeling?
Who's that?
Relax.
No, wait, no, but wait.
Relaxed?
What?
You
Oh,
feeling
is that
relaxed?
just... They were red for a minute. I was like, who is that? Wait.
Literally never, but especially not now. No, Penn is really fucking stressed because he's maintaining a line of soft cover for a very large crowd of people. His friend nearly just died. Somebody he thought might be chill ended up being exactly the sort of person he kind of fears everyone secretly is. And
Oh, no.
also our cool new friend is in danger. Also, we still haven't accomplished the thing we actually set out to do in the first place.
Yeah.
Hey, Penn,
So yes, super relaxed.
you're the only person who sees it. You see some sort of... You know, sometimes through all of the chaos, right? Gunfire, the Honor Ring just killed that man.
Yeah.
Like, the storm is happening. You saw Class Warfare zip in front of you and dive into the lines. And as Eleanor is starting to freak out, you realize that the this part of the Cordon is falling into chaos as people don't know what to do if their CEO is having a really personal meltdown. But through all of that, in the very back, you see something peeking out from between this building. This like person-sized shape peek out from behind that building.
What is that?
Who is it?
That's it. Action to team.
That's
no,
it?
No, who is it? Bitch,
That's it,
tell me
action
who
to
that
team.
is.
Action to team.
Where are we in round structure?
I went.
We are. You went. You went. Class Warfare went. It is now Nidhogg and Paramnesia.
So it might be good for me to go so I can regen. Well, so I should ask, only one of these assaults, or like one of these big mechs is gonna get to go between us, or?
They've been going 1 and 2.
Okay, so 2 of them will get to act.
But they all fully finish activating at the end of the round.
Okay. I could probably just barely tank one more round of 2 of them. If you wanted to make me invisible, possibly? If that would be a thing that could be done.
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
And then on my turn, I can go and continue charging.
Yeah, alright. I can do that. Yeah, I'll go.
Oh, so if you guys... At any point, if you guys start moving towards the line, Bastion will follow you. He's not ride or die about this fight.
Alright. So my current Veil Rifle soft cover lasts until the end of this turn. Just saying that out loud so I can track it. Let's see, how far away are you? Okay. In that case... you wanted me to...
Just whatever
So
cover
I can only make you invisible to one person.
Okay, yeah, that won't be as good then.
Like, the other option is that I shoot my Veil Rifle towards you. Oh.
And I already have soft cover.
Yeah, okay.
In that case, then, do you mind if I go just so I can regen before the shots come in?
Go for it.
Cool. I will go ahead and start my turn off before anything else with a Black Thumb Rodeo. So Olmo's going to go ahead and rise with crackling energy leaping from him out of the mech and start trying to repair sections of it.
Hell yeah.
So that will be a field repair. Then for my mech's action, I'll go ahead and... I don't think I can kill this thing. So I will just tank the damage from it. First though, I will regen back up to 20 health. And take my 2 overshield. Alright, so first action is going to be moving away from this guy. He's going to get an attack on me, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, do you want to hit me with that attack, or?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm trying to keep all the balls in the air, so thank you for your patience.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
my
there's
goodness.
a lot of things going on.
There's so much.
Hey, I don't think we've had a single fight in this like latter half that hasn't been just everything happening all the time.
For real.
Yeah.
I just think that's beautiful. I think it's so important. Does an 8 hit you?
Oh yeah, it does, yeah.
Go ahead and take 4.
Alright. Overshield gone. From there, I'll go ahead and move up. So 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter if I can move over these guys, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. If I can't,
hey, what's your nanite's friendliness setting?
oh, not at all. It's eating people, and I should say, as Ulmo's moving up, depending on the amount of time they have, they're just going to bellow with the nanites in the air and the cloud around them, vibrating everything. You know what I am. You know what I do. I will stop eating you if all of you throw down your weapons, and I mean all of you. Here's a hint, though. Any of you that aren't compliant, the others can take them out.
Awesome. So anyone who's not in a mech is running from you.
Cool.
Their CO is in a panic, and now there is just a demon walking up the line.
Fuck yeah.
People are breaking.
Good.
1, 2, and they don't get attacks because I didn't start in their space,
Exactly.
right? Cool. And 3. Okay.
Got you.
Yeah, thank you.
I will strongly beg the colliders to function.
Alright, so that was a move and a move and a boost. At this point, I'll go ahead and overcharge. So that's going to be 1d6 of heat. Oh, actually, do I need to overcharge? Their health is high enough that I'm probably going to need to... if I'm going to make them scared enough to move. Yeah, okay, we'll overcharge. Where is a d6? I'm just going to use this one. Ouch. Alright, that's 4 heat.
You know what the militarized police force was not actually ready for? Like a military grade response.
Mm-hmm.
Like those guns are for the civilians. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So first up, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on. Yeah, I'll turn on my swarm body as a half action, and then for the other one, I will skirmish with the nanobot whip, trying to hit. How much health do the archers have? 16. Yeah, we'll try to hit the. We'll actually try to hit the assault.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I'm going to every sheet but mine. Wait, there we go. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 hits. 10's all
Alright.
yours.
So I'll go and I'll roll damage for that, and then I'll go to the next step for Executioner. That's a total of 5 damage. Damn. But then we'll go ahead and make another attack against the Archer Plus.
Oh no.
Oh, does an 8 hit?
An 8 hits.
Oh, damn, okay.
Most things. I know that y'all have some things that set your norms differently. Most things have an evade of 8.
Maybe these dice will be kinder. There we go. That's a total of 9 divided by 2, so that'll be a total of 5.
Oh yeah. Okay, 5 into that archer. And then, sorry, how much did you do that assault again?
5 into the archer, and I believe it was 5 into the assault as well.
Okay, thank you for your patience. Okay, there we go.
And as I land those hits, I'm just going to go and reverberate. That goes for the mechs as well.
Why don't you make me a roll?
Yeah, here, wait, real quick. Let me actually bring it.
They are in War Machines.
Delicious, delicious war machines.
Delicious
Yummy.
War Machines.
Yummy, yummy war machines.
Yummy, yummy.
Could I go ahead and use Take Control for this?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna make our contested follow orders check.
And they all fail instantly. It's a 0.
Wouldn't that be so nice?
It would.
That's an 8. That's not a. Hey, an 8 is
That's
not a
still
20.
a failure.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, we'll get to that when it gets to their turn.
They all piss their pants and go home.
And wouldn't it be? Listen. The dream, right? Wouldn't it be nice if they just went home?
It's a better ending for everybody if they just piss their pants and go home.
Listen.
Preferable.
Once you piss your pants, it's time to go home.
Once you piss your mech, you have to leave. It's actually the rules of the honorous society that we live in.
That's the first rule of the
Of Pasicali's,
If you piss your mech, you have to leave.
Yeah. If you pee your mech, you have to leave.
I should say that's my turn.
Beautiful. I'm trying to think of what Percy's going to do. I think Percy's going to move up to be with his boyfriend. Percy's going to, skate around there. And then, where are we? Yes, there we go. And then it's going to strike. Has reached 2. I did this backwards again. That's okay. It did spawn a funny number of dice. We do love that. On 16 hits. You love to see it. Awesome. He's gonna move up and shield Percy from this. She move up to, essentially to sort of he swings his sword around so that he does. Sorry. Percy zooms up around here, swishes up around here, makes a strike at the assault that hits home, and then brings his sword around so he can help, essentially at the ready, so he can help block for Bastion. And with sort of a much more assertive tone, Percy goes, by the order of the prince, stand down. And Vessel's gonna take its damage. And he's gonna make an actual roll. Interesting. Oh, wait. Things were wrong about that. Let me just... Now he's gonna make his roll. Something happened where the d20 disappeared. There we go. All right, wonderful. But in the name of the Prince of House of Kings, stand down. Is going to be his action. Action to them. This assault is going to step back. This one's going to step back, and this one as well. And this one's going to, actually drop its weapon and step away.
Respect.
And action to team.
I think I'm the only one left.
That's true.
Oh, I punched my mic.
Why are you punching us?
Oh no.
Hey, I have a terrible question to ask if I could.
Yeah.
Eleanor has a turn left, right?
She took her turn. She swung at you already.
Oh, yep, yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Wow.
she did.
Yeah, no, she took her turn.
Yeah, I think she was the first enemy to do.
Yeah,
To take her turn
she's
this
like
round?
second activation.
So it's been a bit.
Apparently, it's you.
All right. Oh, have these people been running backwards anymore?
People are falling back. Yeah, people are actively falling back.
Okay. Okay, and let's see, the snipers have the longest range. How far do their rounds go? Long.
Far enough.
Far enough to hit them still. Okay.
But they don't seem. You have their full attention. Like your team has
so
the
if
full
I
attention of
go-
this part of the cordon.
Okay.
Also, depending on how things go, you might breach the cordon, at which point there's a space for people to move through.
Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 5. Not that close. I don't need to be that close, and I don't want to be that close. 1, 2, 3. And then up 4. Sorry, just mapping out everything. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then 4 up. 4 is a good height.
I got
Why
you.
can I not get my guy to sit up there?
Because it's really strange. Because perspective is very hard.
Perspective
And
is
table
hard.
simulation
It's
in 3
because
dimensions, and
it's-
perspective is difficult.
Well, also, tabletop just has a struggle with vertical movement.
Yeah.
Like,
It
back and
wasn't
forth is
built for
fine.
that.
Up and down is rough.
Yeah.
I like to break the rules. What
Which
can I
also
say?
is a setup
Okay.
for playing board games, I respect, but also...
Yeah.
I mean, the problem with tabletop simulators, people are using it to do things that it was never truly thought of to do with them.
Yeah, it wasn't built for this.
Yeah.
So drastically none of these tools were meant for this.
It's a chunky little physics simulator. And we
I
love
need
it.
to know who this bitch is by the entrance. Who is this?
Yeah. Oh, actually, did me going forward and flying up a little bit? Can I see better?
Yeah, you wanna see?
Yeah, I want to see.
I mean, I have like 3 guesses.
Oh,
There's
that's Tabitha.
Tabitha, bitch, get
Yeah,
over here
it
and
is.
help.
Oh, also sorry, I was away for just a moment there, but everybody who is adjacent to me should take 7 damage at the start of their turn.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus. Yep.
Spotlight is out.
Oh, the spotlight's flickering out. The spotlights were pointed like they're the model's pointing up, but like the spotlights were pointed at the crowd, right? So that it was kind of hard to see. Was like that's the intent of that tool. Yeah.
Rattlebones is very talented.
Oh,
Yeah.
What do you mean? What'd I do?
You've built all this.
Oh,
Yeah, this
thank
is
you.
crazy.
I keep occasionally people ask about it. I'm sorry that the actual full workshop mod update is not out yet, but it's coming soon. Both the full version of the table that like from all the things that I've gotten to learn from that I've learned so far from running Lancer on it, but also the map maker that I use, the tool that I built. I'm going to release that soon, and I think people are going to get. I hope people get.
But also
get
don't try
funky with it.
Don't try to run it on an old laptop. Do
Oh,
not
yeah,
try to
no.
run it on an old laptop. It will be so sad.
Yeah, no, don't. This is the death of
Yeah, but-
machines. I'm sorry.
Tabitha,
Okay.
girl, come help.
Yeah, that's Tabitha. There we go. That's Tabitha. She's.
I think that up here from this height, Paramnesia is going to just like loudspeaker to all of the current riot troopers, soldiers, cops, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna say, oh wait, I have to decide if I want to lie or persuade people real quick.
I mean, you have so many options.
Yeah, Penn's just going to say, this is the last chance for all House Guard members. If you do not want to be reported for firing upon your youngest prince, lay down your weapons now and go. And I am going to use charm for that.
I want to let you make that roll, but I'm going to let you know that the success is not how... That failure does not mean you're not going to get what you want. It just might mean there are other consequences.
I mean, wait, why would there be other consequences?
Well, we live in a media environment. Go, roll.
I mean, you're right. But, like, he already announced who he was. I don't...
He did multiple times, and in fact staked them following his orders on his role and position. And we're just calling it out one more time. And
Okay.
if you call it out enough times, people are going to start making some inferences.
Yeah, that's fair. Do I get anything for being cool and tall?
You do. Why don't you take me?
Take advantage first. Take advantage for whoa, you're so high up.
I mean, listen, you're so high up, you're doing so cool. You're going to have an impact.
I know. You made me nervous, so I needed to feel better. Okay.
No, listen, why don't you care? We'll just find out what happens. Why don't you make me a roll? We'll find out what happens together.
I mean, I got a 21, so.
Oh, good. Awesome. Wonderful.
There's still going to be consequences, but listen.
I mean, there are all kinds of consequences for
There's always
success.
consequences.
You will get what you want. People will start falling back because they realize they don't want to be shooting at, like, of the members of the family of House of Kings, right? There are a lot of different people Sorry.
There's the old one, there's the mean one, and then there's the nice youngest one.
And there's the nice youngest one that's in all the serials, like, looks really cool and good, and he's so wonderful, and, like, there's an actual groundswell of public love for him as a public figure.
Yeah.
And
It's
we've been
weird.
talking about Baronic history, but in the Barony's present, do you know why most places have gotten rid of birthright succession monarchy? Because
it's
keeps
usurping.
it just keeps producing these succession wars. And so most places in the baronies have done away with like right of birth succession monarchy, but would you believe it just keeps happening? Like earlier you were like, oh, people know who the Albatross are, right? People also know when they see a member of the royal family making siege upon the palace, they get a sense of what direction the wind might be blowing.
I hate to... I'm entirely wrong.
And so people might be getting that impression.
Yeah.
This is what I was worried about. He's too charismatic.
Okay. And so the line starts to falter. People, especially this half of the line, people start just making themselves scarce.
Yeah.
Like this assault kind of freezes as they like start realizing that they might be in the middle of a succession war and might be on the wrong side of it. Tabitha's going to, flying really low to the ground, Tabitha's going to move forward.
Yet.
And
Unless
what was that?
Okay. I mean, I did like a talk and a movement, but I assumed I.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
You have actions.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick tech attack on Eleanor.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
First I'm gonna see if I succeed.
Oh, right. We love that you get to pick what spell you're casting after you find out whether or not you pull it off.
You get accuracy from them being prone.
Does that work for quick tech too?
That
Does it
works for
work
all
for
tech. Keyword attack.
Nice.
Okay.
That's right, yeah.
Nice. We love to see
so
it.
accuracy, and then instead of getting the +8, I only get a +8. Okay.
That comes into play a bunch in Baylor hacking builds.
Oh, that's so cool.
That makes sense.
I
didn't roll
hear 20
great, but I
hits.
still got a 20, so it's fine. Okay. So I do the thing, and Red Hen is invisible to Eleanor. Yeah. Specifically, the Eleanor's relay systems relay is
Yeah.
Things are fucked. Basically, yeah, but Red Hen is invisible to Eleanor until the end of your target. Wait, your target until the end of Eleanor's next turn.
Beautiful.
Can
Okay,
I
so that
just
was
real quick?
What's that?
Are you done with your turn?
Oh, I was just going to ask. I don't know how talking counts for things. Is that a quick action?
You can go ahead and take another quick action.
Okay.
You made a check
In that
at it,
case-
so maybe that doesn't. You took a check and it did a lot of stuff, so maybe that counts for an action, for a quick action.
Okay. A quick action. Okay. I was assuming it would make sense to be a quick action, but I wanted to double check. Okay.
Oh,
In
yeah.
that case, I'll do another.
Finally, the sequel to monologue is a free action. Monologue is a half action.
All right, I have a question, and that and that question is, who seems to have faltered between Nidhogg and I?
Say again.
So Nidhogg told people to fuck off. How many of the people actually fucked off?
This person actually dropped their weapon. These two are backing off. A bunch of the troops are just breaking because, like, I did not sign up to have a fight. I signed up to have a one-way assertion of power. This assault has not, like, responded yet. There's so much stuff going on.
Case, it's not gonna do much, but one moment, I'm calculating. I'm just going to do a quick veil rifle attack, a real attack on this assault right here.
Oh my god.
I know. I hardly
Damn.
ever do that.
A real attack?
A real physical attack.
A real attack?
Like a mage getting out the sword.
I mean, it's not very effective, but mostly it's to poke him.
It's
honestly,
so sad when you know the spellcaster's out of spells because they take out their dagger and you're like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You don't deserve this.
I don't run out. Hey, now.
I will say
gotta
this
play
one's a
wizard
little
game.
more
This could be
effective
great.
than the dagger in the scenario, but
You're like, things are rough over there, huh? You didn't allocate your spells very well. Now you're out of spells and you gotta poke them with your weak ass sword.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly I'm just doing a really big flashy attack that also, yes. You know what? I'm not defending myself.
It's beautiful. No, it's perfect.
It makes me look worse.
it was a trap.
Let's see if I even hit. 9.
9 hits? 9 hits?
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, I did it! I poked him with the stick. Okay. Sorry, I do this so rarely. I have to double check how the damage works. Okay.
What does my gun do again? I don't.
Oh, this whole
yeah, don't
thing?
touch
Yeah, it
those.
makes pretty curtains of light, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's 4 electric damage.
Yeah. We love dealing energy. We love. Listen.
No, it's you have to call it electric.
I gotta call it electric. Okay.
It's
Respectable.
electric.
I don't deal with damage. That's. Listen, you have a computer and that can be broken.
Yeah. Oh, that was a really thin line. One moment.
You made the line too thin. You made the line. It's still too thin.
It's so thin.
Get your fat line back.
What happened to my fat line? Why is it
Press
so
Take
plus and
away
thin?
your
minus to
fat
change
line.
to change how thick.
I know, but it looked. I don't know. It
Were you
looks-
drawing
oh my
it on
God.
the base on the bottom of the map or on the model bottom of a model? Draw it on the map. Yeah.
There we go.
And does this line dissipate?
Oh yeah, that line dissipated. I'll get it. One moment. I got an eraser. Sorry guys, don't get shot.
I mean, I think everyone has bigger problems, like not dying in a succession war.
They fucking better at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, gosh.
I hope that Percy knows that even if he does end up becoming the king or whatever, he's not safe.
What does that mean? Why are you threatening my boyfriend?
I'm not threatening him. I'm just saying it's not a safe position to be in.
Oh no, that's fair. The way you said it sounded so ominous.
Also, the best king is a king that doesn't exist. So he should stop being king.
Oh, absolutely. I don't.
See, the thing that's so scary is he doesn't seem to want to be king, but they're a noble still.
Yeah. I mean, what if he becomes king long enough to just dissolve the entire system? No one would accept that. Anyway, I'm done now. I'm sorry.
Historic precedent with the dynastic clade.
You know?
God. Awesome. This Salt is going to read the room and shout, fall back, reassemble at the gate, and start sprinting back this way.
No, don't do that.
And leading folks this way.
I have a request for one dumb action. That's not actually an action.
Yeah.
Can I wave at Tabitha.
Yeah, she like nods to you. There's an acknowledgement, but she is diving in. Speaking of actions, Tabitha is going to dive, like just scuttering along, like skidding just above the ground. Zoom in here, and a bunch of like reflective plates are going to pop off the back of her armor, and like hover, sort of like suspended by magnets around the sides of like floating around her and orbiting her, and casting like strange flickering light. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't like that. We need to be aware of our media perception.
And let's see.
Yeah.
A bunch of people fighting into honor wing. And this assault is gonna stop fighting. It's going to kneel and say, "This assault is going to kneel and say, my king, my." He's going to say, "My prince," and kneel. These guys are going to fall back to around him because, oh god. This guy's gonna finish gonna do a full retreat. These guys are in more full of a retreat.
Do we have private comms still, or?
We do.
Okay, Olmos is gonna go ahead and relay to everybody. They're retreating. Every single one of them we take out now is one less we face later.
When that assault ran by,
Geneva Convention.
Hey, they're forming an organized retreat back to a point that we're gonna have to push through eventually.
I think Bastion just says, "I just want to get inside."
They're gonna be at the gate.
We're going to fall back to the gate. That said, Bastion, you know like a lot of entrances to that dome now.
I do.
And they're probably going to form up around the main gate.
We can just go to the back gate. We just go... There's other entrances, correct?
There are. The ones that they probably didn't defend.
Yeah, we'll just take one of those. Bastion says, we can just get in. I know other entrances.
Alright.
Goodness gracious. A bunch more people are falling back.
He knows all of the ways to get into his boyfriend's house.
Player character... Oh my god. What player character hasn't taken action yet?
I think everyone has.
Yeah.
Everyone's taken action? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the last one.
Let's see. They're falling back. Hey, Alma, are you gonna let them run if they if they fall back?
Oh yeah, no, I get an attack opportunity.
I think they're outside of threat. Well, actually, they already took their action this turn. But
yeah,
if you're gonna let them retreat, then combat might be over.
I mean, if I can continue attacking, I'll go for that one that's 4 out of 15.
Yeah.
Alright, it is within range of my whip if I can attack just current circumstances.
Do
He
it!
didn't drop his weapon, which you did ask so nicely for.
Yeah, no, like, if they're not dropping their weapon and, like... Alright, they're forming an organized retreat, you know?
Oh my god.
What can you do?
Terrifying.
You gotta kill him.
Terrifying.
No other
I'm sorry, that's not
choice.
correct.
Sad.
That should be reversed. Let me go and roll that again.
Yeah, I keep getting it backwards
should
today,
be-
too.
Stat bonus 2, accuracy 1.
Oh yeah,
I
did
Yeah,
love
any
it.
of,
we-
Another ring roll with 6 accuracy.
did the
11
guys on my
hits. What's up?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, my bad.
No.
What's up, Pen?
I was going to ask if the guys on my side of the field that started running, how many of them actually dropped their weapons like I told them to, versus how many of them just started retreating.
A good number of the people dropped their weapons. Like this guy who surrendered and kneeled dropped his weapon, as did this one.
That should be 9 damage.
It is not a clean split between who decided. People are making the split second decision on whose side they're on in what might be a coup, because it turns out if you're on the losing side of that, it goes bad, and you don't usually have time to like make a lot of informed choices about your decision. So the decision's being made unevenly by a lot of different people, right? That guy was like, fall back, form here. Other people are dropping their weapons. Dozer, why don't you give me a roll? Or sorry, how much
Gave
damage
the roll
is that?
9 damage.
Oh yeah. The mech goes down. Does he have a chance to eject?
Oh yeah, no, like sweeping the legs on it.
Awesome. Yeah, then he's gonna eject out. People are gonna click over and grab him, and people are gonna fall back and retreat to a more like defensible position.
Can I get real, I don't know, persnickety? I'm not sure what word, but I do also get a follow-up attack if I hit with a heavy weapon.
Oh sure.
And this guy is technically in
That
range.
person has dropped their weapon.
Oh, they have? Okay, never mind then, yeah, never mind.
Yeah. In the uneven
I
set of
feel
decision making, that person has made the decision it sounds like we're hoping for in this moment.
Okay.
Now we just
they
have to.
frozen?
Say again?
Or like, are they running, or are they just, drop their weapon on the ground?
They dropped their weapon and backed away from you.
Okay.
Is that combat over?
I think that might be end of combat. If that's where people are feeling it.
Yeah.
I think Bastion's gonna hug Percy in his mech and
Sorry,
say,
that's
I'm
not
really
end of
sorry.
combat. She's still in the middle of everything.
Oh yeah, what are we
We
saying?
thought we were in end of combat? We thought we were in end of combat? Bookkeeper, do you have words for Eleanor in this moment?
Yes. I'm stuck between more condescending advice and something along the lines of never meant to tell you how to live your life. I was only questioning whether you wanted it.
Aw.
Oh, that's so good. I'm sorry. I made a stupid noise right after you said that very beautiful thing.
That was a good noise.
I only meant to... I think that's on the end of that. I only meant to question if you wanted it. She vanishes from underneath you and reappears, like, flailing, like, 80 feet away behind you as there's, like, a flickering of light. And you see Tabitha sort of, like, swoop upwards, and she goes... Bookkeeper, she just looks at you and she says... I'm sorry I didn't do better, and dives back across and just like teleporting Eleanor with her.
What a good friend.
And they are gone. She evacuated the and I think in the sort of in the now that the gunfire and the yelling has died down, there is this. Pardon me while I fix the thing. There we go. The gunfire and the yelling has sort of died down a little bit, and you hear sort of different. I mean, you can not let her go if that's how you're feeling, but like,
No,
Tabitha's
I'm not gonna stop her. Like,
Tabitha's forcibly removing her from this situation.
that would be a little counter to what I was saying.
It wasn't words weren't she wasn't at words coming out of the speakers. She was just weeping and yelling wordlessly. At that point. And as things quiet down here, you hear sort of pockets of gunfire throughout the city. The Honored Wing looks at you and some of the like the wing plates that have been most damaged and have these just big like metal rods sticking out of them, right? Just eject and fall off onto the roof. And he says, "I must go. I trust you will see the rest of this your own way." And looks down at Percy and takes off towards one of the pockets of gunfire.
Bye, mister. Bye, second dad I have a sort of contentious relationship with.
And one of the other pockets, you hear people yell, and you see you hear like something in the distance, right? You hear something echoing, "In the name of Union, stand down," and a like gleaming rose-colored light. You see three mechs like fall towards that pocket out of a dropship.
Oh shit.
Remember your
Nice.
Union Liberation team that you were promised?
Yeah.
They're here! Finally!
Maybe announcing that they're here on behalf of Union is. Nah,
Yeah, it wasn't
I'm
the best
sure
move.
it'll only come to bite us in the ass later. It's fine.
Alright. I think Bastion is gonna hug Percy and say, "I'm sorry about your friend."
So there's a moment about that. Because before Percy are several different of these frames. Let me just.
Oh.
Who are kneeling before him. And Percy says, "I do not mean to give you orders. I wish only that you help your fellow citizens and keep them safe." And members of the House Guard like, yes, my liege, yes, sir." Percy says, "I go now to the temple and lend them your aid." And the House Guard says, "Sir," and they march. The members of the House Guard that's decided to stay with Percy.
Now can I hug Percy, or are you gonna deny me that?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm
Listen.
just kidding. It's just
We were in the middle of, listen, sometimes we're in negotiations, TM.
That's fine. It's whatever.
And Percy, yeah, go. Are you getting out of your mech?
Yeah, I'll get on my mech.
I think Percy's going to also, just like as you eject your cockpit, Percy's going to turn and like open a car, and he's just going to just hold you so tight. And he says, "I'm sorry that you have to be a part of this."
I mean, this whole I've been a part of it One could say since the minute I was born. It's all just sort of coming to a head now.
Perhaps we will leave it better than we found it. Bookkeeper, how you doing?
Not great, but holding together. We can leave processing things until we're outside the mech.
I have terrible news.
Oh.
She wants you to help. She wants to help you process them now.
Oh no. All right.
Your aunt is making you do therapy. Accept the therapy.
Your aunt is going to say, I know you had many criticisms of your grandmother. And I hope that you can learn to not be made callous as she was in these moments. Hey, Bookkeeper, that's like the first not entirely praised thing that Red Hen has ever said about your grandmother.
Huh. Bookkeeper's gonna try and keep it in for now. He's gonna keep a stiff upper lip and nod.
I am proud of you for trying, my nephew.
Bookkeeper's gonna swallow a bit heavy and look somewhere else.
Olmo.
Yeah.
As a tasty robot you got there. You're munching on it, I presume.
Yeah, I'm going ahead and just trying to regenerate those last little bits that they took out of me.
Oh, yeah. Many options sort of looked available. Breaking the cordon didn't look like it was one of them.
Yeah. It was a long shot, to be honest, but...
How are we feeling about, outcomes and potential outcomes in this moment?
Every day, or I should say more every hour, this is starting to feel more and more like Sanjak.
Yeah.
I mean, during the revolution, of course.
Ain't it just? Pen, how you doing?
Angry, frustrated.
Oh, who are you? Who aren't you? I would say who aren't you angry at, but I do want the full list. Who are you mad at right now? What are you mad at? Oh, Pen, are you there?
Yeah, no, sorry. I just did a really deep, big sigh, and I don't think that my mic. Let's see. First things first. Just angry and frustrated with every single person that decides that ideas are more important than people, and that means that they should kill random people who are, at this point effectively refugees.
Yeah.
That's cool. Eleanor in particular, fuck her. Pen will remember this. Tabitha's actually still chill. Pen respects Tabitha.
She didn't help.
She didn't help, but listen, Pen feels more empathy for where Tabitha's coming from, in particular.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, and also, like, what was she going to do against... I mean, she could have come help fight. No, you're right.
She could have. Honestly, Percy continues to... I mean, Penn's gonna be just a little harsh on Percy because he sees a lot of... Percy's really good at talking the good talk about, what he believes in and all that stuff, but he hasn't figured out how to act on it, and Penn also sees himself in that, but instead of being empathetic about it, is frustrated. Because Penn worked really hard to not stand there and be sad all of the time, and then instead runs around and is angry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that. Let's see, who else is Penn mad at? Penn's a little bit disappointed that Elias didn't manage to wrestle control away from his father and take control of the dome. Not that he thinks that things would have necessarily been better, but in like better, but he thinks that maybe Elias is at least more reasonable and might be someone he can actually potentially like try to talk to make things less terrible, versus Percy's dad, who is just deluded.
Have you given any thought to the question Elias kept asking you?
What should you do with power once you have it?
Yeah. If you had power to do whatever you wanted, what would it be? It just comes to you in this moment. Maybe you don't have an answer yet, and that's okay, but that question just comes back to you.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. Penn denies the framework in which that question exists.
That's real. That's not unfair.
That's... You don't just end up with power, and the thing that's more important than having power is power in and of itself is not a static thing. It is a thing that is constantly moving, and that is it is exchanges, right? It is not something that you just sit on. If you try to sit on a piece of power,
and it goes away,
it leaves. So the question isn't like, what do you do if you suddenly have a bunch of power? The question is, how do you get it and how do you lose it? And that is how you would, quote unquote, use power, right?
Okay.
So in that circumstance, you don't just get power because you're getting it from somewhere, and how you do that is important. It's not, and you don't use power, you give it to someone else, and you do it in a way that you think is good in some way. So I guess Penn, when he had responded previously, I think one of the things that he said was something along the lines of setting it up for others, setting it up so that the next people who are in power are agreeable to you in some way, which is I think the most callous way that Penn was able to think of saying, give it away because you don't need it. That's not how it works.
Right.
It's not one person sitting on a vault. It's something that works better distributed evenly among people. But he was also talking to the crown prince, that wasn't a straightforward answer he could give.
Oh yeah, reasonable. I just wanted to mention it again, as perhaps those questions will continue to be relevant.
Yeah.
And I think we want to check in with Bastion and Percy one more time.
Very important.
Oh, never mind. Oh no.
What about me?
Do we want to check in with Bastion and Percy one more time?
Sure.
Is there anything that you want to say to each other.
You
in
made
this
him
moment.
bigger.
Made him bigger.
Tall boy.
My fidget response is too strong.
I think Bastion says, "You want to go to your house?"
He's gonna giggle. He's gonna chuckle, and he says, I don't think that I have another choice I could respect in myself."
Alrighty then, let's go. Bastion's just gonna crawl back into his mech, go climb back in.
And thank you all so much for joining us for this very special episode, of Divine Right of Kings. Congratulations on breaking the Cordon. The absolute minimum of casualties was achieved. I found that kind of astounding.
Hell yeah.
Well done, everyone. This is about as close to bloodless as this might be able to be. I'm so proud of all of you. I'm sure once we get to the dome that things will continue to be normal. And with that, thank you for joining us for Divine Right of Kings. If you would like to catch up on all of the things that led up to this moment, and then all the things that have not yet come to pass, you can follow us on Devod channel. There's Devod's channel. It's down in the doobly-doo, or you're watching it right now as I'm saying these words. In another time, as chronology does have it. I have a Blue Sky now. It's linked in some of the things. I'll finish linking all the things. I forgot. Let's see, what else? I have an itch.io, personally, just me. And I just got my jam entry for Solo November, where you make a solo role-playing game. So if you want to play a weird solo role-playing game about parenting a reality-bending alien creature, I just did that, and you can go find that on my itch. And I hope it's good. I hope people have fun with it if they decide to check it out. How about everyone else? Is there stuff we should plug? We should remember to plug.
Bookkeeper has been processing and just snapped out of disassociating. And he has some last words to Red Hen. Actually.
Then yes. Let's get to that as our after credits, if that's okay. Very good. We'll pop back to you as our after credits. Does anyone else have credit stuff, real quick? Any plugs of anything? But yeah, gosh, I finally have something to plug. It was very exciting. All right, and I'm sorry, Bookkeeper will be right with you. I'm very excited to hear what Bookkeeper has to say after such an eventful day. But yeah, that's that. We will see you next week at 7 p.m. Pacific on this fine channel for more Divine Right of Kings. And thank you very much. And I think there is slightly more this episode. Bookkeeper, where you at?
Bookkeeper's gonna snap out of it and just reply to Red Hen very late. But there's a lot going on, a lot to process.
It's a lot to process.
And he's gonna say, like, my grandmother had many flaws, but giving up and not speaking her mind weren't among them. If I had had this conversation earlier, if I'd just talked to her, we could have done this outside of the mechs, and we could have done this with much less pain. And it wasn't fair of me. I shouldn't have waited. She was having so much fun. Fuck. And he's just gonna breathe in, breathe out, not gonna give up. Be okay.
We all regret things, nephew.
We're still alive.
We're
That's
still
fine.
alive to keep making choices, and that's what matters. You're right.
All right,
I'm
let's
proud
go.
of you, nephew.
Stop saying that.
And with that, we will see you next week on Divine Word of Kings. You all rock so much. You're the coolest. You at this table, you rock. And also you at home, thanks for joining us. You also rock. And I hope y'all have a good night. And we'll see you next week for the Dome. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.